playing anything.
Music hasn't started yet. I'm pressing it anyway.
I heard it beep. Right.
Record.
Got it.
Cool.
Oh, there we go. That's my job. Hit the record button. Relax. You've got 3 saves. Which one was it?
This one. Because we've got to
Oh
the
yeah,
lounge.
snooping as usual.
That's the one we saved before in case we changed our mind on.
And you got one in the middle.
Stipulation. That's my casual playthrough.
Okay. I do suggest, I don't know if this game works different, but maybe make multiple saves as you go, just in case that you want to go back.
Yeah.
Especially before a boss.
I will do that. Hello, guys.
Hello, Bearcat. Hello, Jacob.
Let's load this.
Thanks, Jacob. I've not played this game myself. Hello, James. Welcome all. How you doing? Hello, Blunt.
Urgent announcement.
So it's Perno or Pernona? Persona?
Persono.
Persono. That's better. Persono. I like that name.
Sure. Let's go and work.
So Gina's playing this one, for those who have not been here for the previous 2 Persona games, or Persona streams, should I say. Because she knows the game better than I do, that's for sure. Hello, Zanaria. I've always wanted to get into this series, can't wait to see the challenge. We're doing good, James, how are you doing? I've just noticed that you guys can't hear the game because for some reason this keeps... No, you can, it's because it's console. Ignore me. It's because last night I was streaming a PC game.
Oh, yeah.
The audio's different. Playing this on Xbox.
Yep.
Forgive us, Father, for we have sinned.
Well, it was free.
Yeah, they put it on Game Pass. And then on PlayStation, they're expecting it to be all like, 50 quid, please.
Yeah. 60, in fact, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I want to plushie of that white-haired student council dude. Akihiko.
He has got white hair.
Is he a student
I
council
don't
dude?
think so.
Hello, Jai.
Unless there's another one.
Another white-haired guy. Oh, not
No,
Akihiko.
Akihiko.
Damn it. Thought I had something there.
This is Elizabeth speaking. I would appreciate
Never mind.
it if you
Yeah,
could
60
come
quid
here.
apparently.
Mm.
EP! 46 months!
There is a
46?
That's
you
like...
need only seek the door. Well then,
That's 2 months away from 4 years? There's no way. That's right, yeah? 48 months is 4 years? 12 times 4? It is, isn't
yes.
it? You madman, you. 46 months
Let's go.
in a row.
In a row.
Because I've noticed sometimes it will say, this person has subscribed on Twitch, and it'll be like, that they continue, they renew their streak or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know.
truth be told, I'd like to ask
You got your white hair anime boys confused. I'll be honest. I'm surprised I even remembered that
Do
one.
you mind? On special occasions, I may require you to escort me on
Can I help
certain
you?
excursions. Of course,
Staring
you
into
will
your
be
soul.
amply rewarded for
I've already
completing
fed
the
you.
request. I look forward
Oh, I
to
know
your
what she wants.
cooperation. And
We all know what she actually wants. You are her bed. And because you're not leaning backwards, she can't sit upon you. She wants you to lean backwards so that she can climb aboard.
are you accepting a request? Oh,
She's just going to sit there staring at you till you do. Majora's Mask taught me that 3 days is 72 hours without having to think about it. Yes, because Majora's Mask, you have like,
I will look. Oh,
isn't it 3 days to save the world or something? But you can reset the clock whenever you want, which means you go back to the beginning of the game, but you keep your progress, and then you can get a little bit further each time. Is that right?
a report.
Okay.
It kind of sounds like a roguelike in that way. And I believe there's a challenge run video that someone's made where it's like, how far can you beat the game without ever resetting time? Something like that.
To think
Not watched it though, but I've also not played the game.
Did
at
you
all.
find the Aegis episode? I didn't. I couldn't find it. But when I looked, it wasn't out. Is it out now?
I think so. Did it come out recently? It's so weird to see that Gina is so far behind me in a game that she recommended to me. That's because she's played it before, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not this version.
Ages ago.
Not this particular version.
What am I doing?
Didn't you play Fez and Portable?
I started playing Portable, but I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
Which should I play, Persona 3 or Persona 5? Persona 5 throws you into it a lot quicker.
Personally, I'd say 5. Reason being is that because of like quality of life improvements and things like that, you'll be able to get into it more as a game in general. And if you like the formula, then you'll know you'll like to go back to the older ones, especially the remake of an older one, like this one.
Yeah, 5 might be better for the first.
I did play
First
Digital
Sunday.
Devil Saga 1. Didn't get very far, but it was pretty weird. Pretty weird. I'm pretty sure a woman's boobs had faces or mouths or something.
What?
It's pretty weird. 5 it is. I don't know where the best place to play it is nowadays. Is 5 on Game Pass?
I don't think so. If it is I don't think it would be Royal. What do you want now?
It's weird though because 3 and 4 are on Game Pass, right?
Yes. No.
4 Golden. I thought it was.
I don't know if it still is.
If this is, I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if 4 wasn't still.
Yes.
3, 4, and 5 all got pulled. Only Reload is still on it. Didn't know that. Wonder how long it'll be till Reload gets pulled, because that's this challenge kind of in the gutter.
I've heard potentially January.
Oh, we better be quick.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to up this to 3 times a week. Sorry,
Oh,
Gina.
God.
We've got to do Persona streams like eight times a week. And you're wasting time running around in circles.
Now listen. So as it turns out, I may have to do at least one social link. I don't necessarily have to.
Hey, if it helps.
But Elizabeth gives you those Twilight fragments when you do the social links. And I kind of need those to open up chests in here. So...
I'm staying out of the way of the mini-map.
Is this?
Why?
I don't know, in case people want to see it.
Oh, right.
I'm sort of in between the mini-map and the edge of the
around.
screen. Floor 22. She has a whip in heels. Ah yes, that would be Mouth Boob Lady. Don't start with Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne / Lucifer's Call, The Dark Souls of the Jail. I've heard that's hard. I've heard that is a hard game. Maybe I'll play it just because of that. Nocturne isn't super hard, it just expects you to use the Kaja and Nida spells. The NDA spells.
I hate this area.
Hard mode to joke though. At least this dungeon looks different to the others. Like, I thought that Persona 3 dungeon all just looked the same, but this actually looks different.
No, the different sections of it do look a little bit different.
It's alright. Nathan, there is an open world sale on the Xbox store. Really? What's in it?
Is Dry being sarcastic or?
Oh, no doubt. He thinks I'll be interested in that. No. Let me guess, Elden Ring's on it. And that's about the only game I would be playing in it.
Probably.
I'll
Get it.
throw you in an open world EP. Well, they'll never find you again. No matter how much they...
Oh, I instinctively went to be like, right, I know
Persona.
I know this one's weakness, I'll go. No.
If there's an open world... Oh, then again, it's a sale, isn't it? It's an open world sale. So if Elden Ring's not on sale, it wouldn't be in there. Alright, fair. If it was just, here are all the open world games. Why is the font dangerously close to Badaboom?
It kind of is.
It's not what I expected. Just that. The word command. That's
Yeah.
the most.
And the numbers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it getting like quite hard now?
Not just yet, but I have a feeling the next boss might be a bit tricky.
That poison
Yes, the poison is
bow
great.
is gonna come in handy. And there's me thinking that poison would kill it there.
I mean, it got close.
I asked this last time, but I don't think I remember the answer. Was that poison bow a lucky find?
No, it's.
Was it always there?
I got there in my casual playthrough as well, and I got the same bow.
Oh.
So I think it is just always in that chest. I think the Twilight Fragment chests are always the same.
That's a shame. I was hoping we got super lucky, and that's like really helping us.
Yeah. So what it might be worth doing is to save on Twilight Fragments once I've got them, is look up what's in each chest and only open the ones that is something helpful or something that sells for a lot or something like that,
I see.
rather than opening them all.
It's really throwing me off that the like icon in the bottom right corner to show the characters.
Yeah.
The girl's hair is bright orange in that picture,
Yeah, I know.
and yet it's brown in the actual game. When I glance
Yeah,
in the
that's
corner, I
true.
assume that's somebody else, and I'm like, who's that? She might need healing.
She does need healing. And I have to do it with items.
Yeah, Phoenix Rising no doubt would be, because that's been out for a good while now.
Some medicine.
£7's pretty good though. It is annoying that I want to try and help, but I cannot for the life of me remember the boss, despite the fact that I've definitely beaten it.
I remember the boss. I did it fairly recently.
Was it
I'm
hard with
looking forward to
personas,
it.
or is it quite easy with personas?
Found the stairs.
Mm.
Are you playing on normal on your other playthrough?
Oh no.
I need-
Easy. I want a nice time. I'm playing it to enjoy it. Ooh!
Kill it, whatever it is. Oh. Oh. Hey, he got
The
trapped.
fool stopped.
The fool stopped.
He's gonna run away. Because I'm not gonna be able to do enough damage in time.
Oh, right.
So I'm probably gonna lose this
And you
one,
can't
but-
poison it. Well, but you could have, I guess, if you got lucky.
Yeah. But usually I would like go straight for its weaknesses and knock it down and
You're not doing a whole lot of damage to it either. Damn it.
no,
the-
they've got there was another shadow nearby.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, they've got quite a lot of defense.
What do you get if you kill those?
It's extra XP, and I think you get like some items that you wouldn't get from normal shadows. Don't kill
I don't
me.
know if it's worth like throwing an item at it if you've got any.
What am I doing?
I don't know, what are you doing?
Item.
The Y button is banned. Just letting you know
Well,
now.
the thing is, when you're not in battle, the Y button brings up your normal thingy.
Okay, in battle, the Y button is banned. Hello, Kayomi.
Yeah.
How's 3 reload going? So far, so good. Hello, Mackenzie. The Persona 3 reload expansion pass is £29. Well, hot damn.
Really?
Apparently, reload's not that hard in general, even if you pick a hard difficulty. But that's, of course, with Personas.
Yeah.
Without
Oh,
Personas,
it's
the difficulty is going to start ramping up.
It's pretty easy with personas because you just go for
We're all good, Mackenzie. I mean,
you
I
just
am
go
now.
for
I was,
weaknesses.
I was not feeling well earlier, but I'm okay now.
Mm.
Nathan just casually banning the menu. I wonder if that would be a viable challenge in this game, no menu.
No menuing.
Because I imagine you need the menu to actually get your personas equipped up and stuff.
Well, yeah.
Alright then, moving on.
Right, so
Base Persona 3 can be very hard.
here's
But it was
one. I
your
don't know
first-
what's in it. How many have I got? Oh, I don't have enough anyway. I don't remember there being anything too crazy in there.
What are these items? Ah,
Oh, they're mostly for selling.
Stairs. Wanna head up?
Yes, I want to head up.
Let's get a move on, party people.
he's awfully nonchalant and casual for the fact that he's in this very strange situation. Where where he's in like
He's
a
kind of like
living
that about
building.
everything. No, I wanted to heal you, little.
At least you hit it first. Only one enemy. You can hit for decent damage.
Poison it.
Or miss it completely. Hello,
Yeah.
Aaron. Or miss it
Oh
completely.
my god.
Dear me. Can you not miss, guys?
There we go.
No poison.
Not on her. Oh, I'm weak.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
jeez. Get up.
This round needs to probably finish it.
It should do. It's not got much.
I was having too much fun playing Astrobot to even care for
Oh,
overpriced
I
DLCs
really
this
want to
past
play
week.
that.
Yeah, we do need to get that. Honestly, Cammy, we wouldn't be able to do much of a food fight. We don't have a lot of food in right now.
No,
Sorry.
not really.
We have like a third of a loaf of bread. That's about it. And we need that.
We do need that.
How you doing anyway, Cammy?
I need to buy more.
Get well soon. One thing I like about Digital Devil Saga is how people react to the demon stuff cropping up. All the characters are nutcases in their own way. You okay there?
Yeah, there was a shadow chasing me, but it didn't chase me for long.
One teleporter sighted. That'll take us back to the entrance, but
Which is all good, Mackenzie. Oh, thanks for following Mebby Man.
Thank you. No. Well, yes, but not fully.
School's gonna start for me next week, and I'm excited about it.
Ooh.
Are you really? I said it right! Mebby Man!
damn, these faces are
It sounds like a superhero. Mebby Man! That reminds me, there's a game I want you to see and experience.
Okay.
An old game. And I don't know if you know what it is. Pepsi Man.
No.
I did think you'd know. Pepsi Man. I just want you to play Pepsi Man. It'd just be so funny to watch Gina play Pepsi Man. She's never seen it or heard of it until now, apparently.
Grocery stores are open. Yeah, well, yeah, our grocery stores are open on Sundays. They usually close a little bit earlier. But they do open on Sundays, yes. Poisoned!
I was talking to Gina earlier today because we saw some like weird Thomas the Tank Engine art that was in sort of like a horror style. And I said it reminds me of Choo Choo Charles. And she just looked at me like, what?
Never heard of it.
And I keep thinking to myself, I have to remind myself that all these games that like trend and stuff, you're not necessarily knowing about because you're not in the space to like hear about the memes and stuff. I'm like, how do you not know Choo Choo Charles? And I was like, I guess if I've not told you about it, how would you know?
Oh no!
It's okay, he got poisoned, but then he got one more, but then she's okay. One hit, oh! Kill it! That's good,
That was
because if they
close.
get an extra turn because they hit your weakness, they get poisoned twice.
Oh, that is good. I could do with healing, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, Choo Choo Charles is an open world horror game where you have to kill a spider train.
You did tell me that, yeah.
Yes, he's leading by example, he's the only train that's running.
Are you alright?
What? It was 50% of current HP, wasn't it?
What was?
That buff I just did. It was pointless. Pointless!
I'm not sure.
It was. I'm telling you
I'll take
now.
your word for it.
I'm running low.
Some people have done challenge runs on it. Have they done a challenge run where it's like, never get on a train?
Need these.
What's Southwest Rail? Why does Pepsi Man theme song go so hard? Pepsi Man!
down the stairs.
Get up there. I don't even care about the rest of the floor.
Alright, let's get going.
Just that when
I
I
need
mentioned
to get out of this place.
when Gina did that reaction when she was like, "Choo Choo Charles, what?" It got me to thinking there's probably a lot of weird video games that I know about over the course of history that you've never seen, that your reaction to for seeing for the first time would be hilarious. Pepsi Man just struck me as one of those games. I bet there's loads more.
Leave me alone.
There's bound to be loads that I've not thought
Interested in what you're selling. Oh, here we go.
of. Spiders, and for that reason, I am out. Same. Was that the boss?
It is a
Firebird.
mini boss, yeah, which means I
Oh,
can
save the
go
game.
down from here.
Did you do a bunch of healing for no reason?
Well, no, because I can go and try the mini boss now. I just want to save it first.
Got you. I didn't know if travelling healed you.
Although, no, it doesn't. Although, I'm thinking I need more. Maybe I should do that on another day because I need to buy some healing.
But you've saved it, might as well try it. The lulls.
I suppose.
Just to
All
see
right.
what happens.
I'll give it a go.
I found that in challenge runs it's good to fail sometimes because you can record what not to do.
Don't go in with no healing items.
Yeah,
That will be our lesson for today.
and that's the lesson I've taken to heart. Also, you can learn what the enemy's attacks are and what it does, so that when you do reload it, you can sort of go, okay, let's plan to get around this and that. That's how I usually go for these kind of things.
Let's go kill these birds.
There's 3 of them, and they look like they're fiery.
I reminded myself of my driving instructor just then, because whenever I go for a test, after we've done our lesson before it, he'll be like, okay, right, let's head towards the testing centre. But what he'll actually say is, right, let's kick some ass. Like, let's. And then I didn't.
And then you run somebody over, and he's like, that's not what I meant.
That's not what I meant.
What? I mean, I think that
Aye.
some instructions were unclear. Oh, that is not a lot of damage.
No,
Oh, that is a lot of
that
damage.
is. I wonder if I can poison them. No.
You better hope you can.
Well, I probably can, I just didn't do it then.
Target the same one, I
The
think.
thing is, I need to know what their weaknesses are. Because I think I've got...
Well, they look fiery to me.
I've got light damage.
What's fire weak to?
Usually like ice.
It's not Pokemon rules.
The only thing I have is a light gem. Well, 2 light gems, and I don't think...
Yeah, I don't think that's going to cut it.
No. I need, like, some critical hits.
To be fair, they use electricity as well. Maybe the middle one's fire
Middle
and the other
one's
2
fire.
electricity.
Yeah.
Maragi, that's more fire.
Jeez.
Oh dear.
I'm weak to fire.
I'm quickly realising that. He's resistant to it.
He does fire, yeah,
come
he's
on.
resistant.
What is her problem? Okay, this has not gone well.
Oh, God.
EP, the reason I ask is because different video games have different rules. It's either water or ice.
Well, there is no water in
Oh,
this.
okay.
And ice is weak to fire. So I'm not totally sure if fire will be weak to ice. It might be weak to wind.
In
Can't remember.
Final Fantasy X, fire's weak to ice, but in Pokemon, ice doesn't do any damage to fire at all.
Gunpei's dead.
Oh dear, have you killed any of the birds?
No.
Cool.
All 3 of them. And as soon as the main character dies, that's it. Game over.
Oh really? That's lame
Yeah.
actually. I don't like that.
No, I don't either.
So we hang in there, we're dead.
You don't even have a chance, like, for the other party members to bring them back. It's just that's it.
Is there a cutscene for game over?
No, it's just a little thingamajig.
Oh, does that happen every time?
Lower the difficulty, retry the battle, start from Tartarus entrance. Go there.
You didn't use any items in battle, did you?
No, I
Okay.
didn't bother.
That's fine. Because then you get to keep it, of course. Oh, Mebby Man, thank you for subscribing. For 3 months in
Oh,
advance.
thank you.
3 months in
Wow.
advance. Thank you very much. That's pretty generous of you.
It is.
I can't stay just supporting because I've watched since the FF9. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's get out. Get out.
So what's our plan for that?
Oh god. Right, well,
Items that do good damage against fire and...
I don't know if I can buy any of those yet. But I can buy healing potions. I can whittle them down with the damage as long as I can keep myself healed.
Do you want me to look up their weaknesses and stuff?
Or the other thing I could do is keep keep playing the game until it comes to the date where I get Akihiko with me and go in with 4 people instead of 3.
That's obviously a good shout. Nathan, thank you, I appreciate that. Gina, get out, get out! We need items that deal damage real bad.
Oh yeah, I promised I'd be mean to everyone.
You can increase your persona stats at night in the arcade, which also increases your stats.
Yeah, you can.
That's pretty cool, I didn't know you could do that. The fire weakness might be bad. I forgot if humans inherit the elemental weaknesses from personas or not.
They do.
They do, so we're kind of stuck with the default weaknesses that we've got.
Yep.
And default resistances. That's bad. Not a whole lot, Mackenzie, to be honest. Not much new at all.
Not really, no.
Your hair's darker now.
Yeah, I did that today. It is actually black. It looks dark brown on the camera, but it is.
Persona's pretty cool, that's why you should play it. EP, I don't think you're in a position to tell me to play more video games that I've been missing out on. I could come up with a list that I'm sure you've not played.
It's already got a list.
Yes, that's true. I don't have a list.
Sell.
The only game that I have on a list of franchises I've never played before. It might be this, but it's not really something I want to play. So, I don't know. I do want to get back to Banjo-Kazooie. I actually want to give that a proper try.
Right, I don't need these.
And I need someone in the, helping me who's played it before, who knows where the hell I'm going, because I get stuck too easily. Aaron recently bought this game after watching the streams.
Oh!
Nice.
I hope you will enjoy it.
What's the Japanese text up top mean?
Check it out.
I don't know.
Hey, a new sword.
That could be handy.
For 6,000 of your whole British pounds.
Yollers.
Of your whole British yollers.
That is quite a bit better. Let's get it. Let's sell that one.
So you never need old weapons for anything?
No, not really. Now, here's the thing.
The poison bow.
Better bow.
Can you swap weapons in battle?
More damage and better accuracy. But no.
A lot more
poison.
damage. Can you swap weapons during battle? Like FF10?
I don't know, actually, because I always just sell.
Because imagine you could get the poison, then you could swap to the better one, but if that's not a thing.
I could buy this, but not sell the poison one just yet.
Banjo aged like milk. Well, the reason I say I want to play it is because what if there's a challenge run in there somewhere? I'd never know unless I play it. And I've not properly played it, so I don't know. Thing is, I've got too much going on. I've got too many things to play as it is.
Oh, new armor as well.
As soon as I've got the Spyro 1 video out, I'm going to be streaming Spyro 2. The continuation of it. Then when I've got Spyro 2 video out, I'm going to be streaming Spyro 3. And all the while, I'm still streaming FF10. I'm on the final boss in FF10, and he is going down next stream. I've done a lot of preparations. It's happening. It's going down with Yelling Timber. Is a song that I've heard somewhere.
It is.
Couldn't tell you who sang it.
I don't know.
I couldn't even tell if it was a man or a woman. That's how little I remember.
I've not quite got enough to buy them for Junpei.
It means Tatsumi East Police Station, or at least I recognise the east part. How's the Spyro video coming along? It is coming along relatively well. I'm probably over the halfway mark by now. It's over half an hour long, which is annoying to say because that means we might be approaching an hour. Again. I keep making videos that are an hour long. I played Spyro specifically because I thought it would be like a shorter video. I thought it would be like 30-40 minutes.
Look at this very interesting game.
Super Game Space Shot. And yet on the screen it's called Space World. Nice.
Cool.
Only the
very
equipped
interesting
persona
game.
as well.
Well, it's the only one I can use anyway.
Yeah, I'm just learning stuff about the game in general.
Yeah.
Spyro and Rayman are 3D platformers that age much better than Banjo. That could be a hot take. Honestly, though, I agree because I feel like the N64 platformers age worse than the PS1 platformers. That's just me. It's just how I feel. I could be biased. Who's this loser?
Shadow in the middle of
He's the guy in charge.
take over public transportation. I should investigate whether this means it's
He
finally
looks like
the monorail.
a douchebag.
I bet this subject
And I base this purely on the chin.
liner.
Because he's got a tiny bit of beard.
Because he's left that tiny little bit of beard on his chin on purpose.
Oh, I need to note that one down.
Maybe he can't grow it anywhere else. Maybe that's the only place he can grow it.
Unfortunately, Lady
That's what you
Luck
looked
played a
like
large part in our
without
victory,
trying.
especially
You'd shave that
for
right
me.
off.
If he hadn't guessed at the right controls,
I think that's not the hottest take, saying that Banjo didn't age well.
to work in a group to
Hello, Attack Otter!
machines is unprecedented.
Bumf. N64 controls feel awful on anything but an N64 controller.
He is smooth.
Yeah, that's a fair point actually, because it's like octo-directional kind of thing, or whatever they call it.
What is it with me today? I'm on a roll. Better write that one down.
Hmm. Collectathon's lead tends not age well.
Heavy lifting.
Oh, I've heard
duration,
that
because shadows
Astrobot's
aren't
pretty
bright.
good. Although, if you want a collectathon that's probably not aged well, Donkey Kong 64.
Oh, but who cares?
I think it's got the record having the most collectibles in any game. And the frustrating thing about it is that you can only collect certain things if you're playing as certain characters. So you have to constantly swap characters just to pick up certain things.
Oh,
Really annoying.
Yeah, that does sound annoying.
Like, okay, imagine A Hero's Tale. You know all the character swapping we did?
Let's see.
Imagine if you had to like go all the way somewhere else to swap character to come all the way back to pick up the thing.
A bartender says, "We don't serve time travelers in here." A time traveler walks into the bar. That was fairly clever.
I would like to know how the bartender knew. what was the tip off? What do time travelers look like? They must have a distinctive tell.
I guess raise the strength a bit more. Oh, I don't have enough money.
Oh, you gotta spend money
Then
to play at the arcade.
Let's go work. Let's go get a job. Let's go
Work.
get a job.
What are those things on Reddit where it's like confessions kind of thing, but they'll like anonymously say something like "I don't get this" or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like a confession kind of thing. But there was like, I'm a gay guy and I've got loads of gay friends, and we have like social gatherings where we hang out and like watch Drag Race and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not a fan of Drag Race or anything typically like a gay person would be
Yeah.
into. I don't like Drag Race at all. I don't speak of the lingo. I'm not anything like that whatsoever. I just do it for the social aspect. So they'll like be watching it, and I'll now and then I'll chip in just and say something like, "Yeah, work," but I don't get it. What am I saying? What was the funniest thing? Imagine just being there in front of like 5 or 6 other gay guys, and they're all just like, "Oh, she better work." And you're just like, "Yes, work."
That is 100% me.
British guys with tight suits and frizzy hair. Okay, well, we all have our kinks.
Ooh.
Have you seen Fesshole? Twitter. No. Once a week someone posts a "I'm not gay but" confession. Oh, I see. Like, "I'm not gay but have you seen Jason Momoa?" I don't know, I just picked a typical attractive male. Although I can't imagine him being... I can't imagine his presence in the Minecraft movie is going to be sweeping the female viewing audience.
I don't quite get his character.
Did they just ask as many current
famous-
mainstream famous actors as possible
Yeah,
and see who said
probably.
yes? Would you like some Minecraft money? There's so much of it.
Yeah, because they had
Literally so
the... What's her name? Is it Daniela something? From Orange is the New Black.
Westbrook.
No.
Just guessed. Isn't she like, of the four, wouldn't she be like the third most famous person in that movie? Were there four? Or were there more than four?
Yeah, Jack Black, Jason Momoa, her.
Is that the order of fame?
Probably.
It is pretty funny. They did just put a blue shirt on Jack Black and say your name Steve and that'll do.
Yeah. Yeah,
Does,
pretty much.
Does Steve have a big grey beard in
No.
Minecraft?
No.
So is he supposed to be like Steve but older because he's been trapped in the game
That's
for
what I'm
ages?
hoping. That's what I'm thinking it might be.
Badass special attack.
So weird. Have they also only got 2 games in this arcade? Or 3?
No, look, they've got... Oh, yeah.
Got like 3 games in this arcade.
Yes.
Especially if you try. And besides, our power's gotta come from the heart, right? That's why I think comics and games will give us a little inspiration. Seeing those heroes in action.
See, he's of the age where it looks like that is all the beard he can grow.
Yes.
But hey,
True.
maybe someday someone will
So
make
Junpei's
one of our
forgiven.
adventures. I mean, we
Someone to make a game about our adventure. Oh, hilarious.
Hi, Sizemore.
Hello, Sizemore. Welcome.
Astrobot without hovering might be a challenge.
You know
That
what?
would be a very big challenge.
I've looked into Astro Showcase, whatever the first one's called. What's the first one called? Astro Showroom?
Playroom?
Playroom. Astro Playroom? Yeah. I've looked into that one without hovering. Apparently, someone tried it, but not like a max percent, just like an any percent kind of thing. And 4 hovers is the minimum. It'd be nice if I could find a way to reduce that, but the thing is, they don't really do any glitches. It's literally just they do the bare minimum hovers
Yeah.
in the main run. And I don't know if there are any real glitches. The game's kind of really modern.
Well, I know that, like you said to me before, in some points you have to hover to break things
Yes.
with your feet
Your
flames.
feet lasers.
That's it.
Your phasers. No, that's already a thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Just noticed all the arcade games have copyright notices for Atlas. That's pretty funny. It makes you wonder if they're actually really old Atlas games, maybe? Probably not. But I do know that Yakuza, if you go to the arcade and you play the arcade games, they're actual old Sega games. Like Virtua Fighter
okay.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And Puyo Puyo. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, not really many glitches in Astro Show Playroom.
Oh, nice.
Excellent. So does that mean his strength goes up by 3?
I believe so.
Do we still need to buy items for damaging? Like
If
elemental
we
items?
can get any, I will have a look. What? Oh, I mean, we could do with some money.
Money.
We're just killing time now until Akihiko can be on our
I was about to ask how long will it take
Squad.
before he joins.
It's a certain date.
Do you know what that date is?
Can't remember.
You can't remember?
Can't remember. Trying to remember if it's even after the next boss. I'm not sure.
1 month till Metaphor. I'm curious to know how Metaphor's going to be. It looks like my kind of Persona game in that all the Persona-y stuff is not in it. Like no social links or anything like that. Or if there is, it's like minimized.
Yeah.
I don't... The aspect of playing on a calendar puts me off. Like you're having to do things, then go to bed, then wake up, and it's the next day. Now
Yeah.
you do some things in the dates, and then you go bed, and then, okay, now I'm going to go in the dungeon. I don't want all that. I just want the game to tell me, like, okay, this is what's happening, now you do it. I can't make those decisions. Go play Persona Q. Isn't that on the DS?
Yeah, I think it was.
Persona Q is cool for that. Also the dungeon mapping. Oh, it's 3DS.
I don't need to know about the library.
Yeah, from what I've seen of Metaphor, it looks pretty cool. I'm not one of those guys who will avoid trailers because I need to know that I'm spending my money on something I want.
Which tool did he use in his experiments?
Which two?
I don't know, I didn't listen, but I do remember the answer.
Sweet. I'm glad you knew, because I never would have. Just remember that Strange Journey exists. Strange Journey? What's that?
Oh, I don't know.
What's Strange Journey? Any Atlas game nowadays is a 9 or a 10 out of 10. Besides Shin Megami Tensei 5. Wait. Does that mean you think Shin Megami Tensei 5 is an 8 out of 10 or lower? Because I heard that people liked that game. I've not played it.
What are you doing, sir?
Shin Megami Tensei game for the DS. Oh, that's Strange Journey. It was good but not great.
Persona.
So you consider that like an 8 or a 7 out of 10. I was actually gonna like potentially look into getting Shin Megami Tensei 5 just because I wanted a game to play on the Switch. But now I don't need it because I've got Tales of Symphonia, I've got Triangle Strategy, which I've not yet started, but I will after I finish Tales of Symphonia, and then I'm gonna have Tales of Graces soon. This is going pretty well.
Sounds like it is.
Yeah. Do you wish that the store, the marketplace on the Switch wasn't so filled with crap?
Yeah.
Like, it's actually ridiculous. PlayStation's not much better. But Nintendo goes to a whole new level of just garbage. Shovelware.
No, it really does. Oh, she wants food. Oh, do you know what? No.
There's a little girl in the park asking you for food.
Yeah.
Is she homeless?
No.
Doesn't Warframe have a Switch port? It might.
Warframe's free, right?
I think so. I've never played it. No, you have. Hello, Zero.
Played it briefly, yeah. It was alright.
I hope Nathan's prepared for the Persona quiz at the end of this challenge. Yo, quiz me on Persona right now and I'll get it all right. Go. Isn't Tales of Symphonia 30 FPS on Switch? It's 30 FPS on everything, Katsuta, except GameCube. Sorry.
Now you've got to actually ask him questions, because I'm intrigued.
Yes, for those who don't know that story, Tales of Symphonia released on the GameCube in 2004 at 60 FPS. And then it got ported in HD to the PS3 at 30 FPS, and people wondered why the frame rate dropped when it's supposed to be HD. That's because the game was developed for the GameCube specifically. Give me a sec.
Gina just looks at a starving child and thinks, fuck that, you're not getting my food. I'm only doing a social link to get the Twilight fragments. And I'm not spending extra money when I need that money. She can go home and get some food. Wait, can I go back in now? Oh. I suppose that doesn't take money. Just time. Where was it? Oh, I'll just go to the beginning. Nintendo in the eShop on the Switch feels more like a massive corporation than they ever did on the Wii. It really does.
So, let me get my thought finished. Tales of Symphonia came out on the GameCube at 60 FPS 20 years ago, and then they HDified it on the PS3, but it ran at 30 frames per second. But at the very least, it bundled it with the sequel, which was originally a Wii exclusive. So now you had Tales of Symphonia 1 and 2 for about 30 quid on the PS3. And all you had to do was just accept that it ran at 30 FPS because the first one was originally specifically designed for the GameCube and they couldn't figure out how to get 60 FPS on the PS3. Okay, whatever, we'll take it. 30 quid for 2 games, whatever. All these years later, on the Switch and PS4, they release a Tales of Symphonia remaster, again at 30 FPS because they just ported over the PS3 version, but on its own this time for about 45 quid.
Jeez.
Absolutely heinous. Thankfully, I waited for a sale and got it for 12 quid on the Switch. Because no way was I spending that absurd amount of money on it. And the only reason I wanted it is because I never actually beat it back in the day. And now I'm as far as I've ever been on it, so... Anyway, well, what did I miss? You have it on GameCube? Wow, that's lucky because nowadays it goes for a few hundred quid. Oh, you're not the only one zeroing over. I'm also waiting for the Grace's F remaster. Although I've heard that is going to be 60 FPS on the PlayStation, which is annoying because I like to play my JRPGs on the go nowadays.
Yeah, that's true.
But it would be nice to have all that glorious 60 FPS on PS5. Awkward. Guess we'll see when the time comes. There's rumours there's going to be a State of Play for PlayStation this month as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe they're going to be all like, okay, sorry. We'll make it 500 quid. We're sorry.
I don't know about
Or
that.
we'll start bundling disc readers with them at the very bloody least.
Ridiculous.
A good name, as good as mine.
What on earth is Raidu Kuzunoa versus the Soulless? Is that on GameCube? Ah yes, GameCube emulation is free. It's called... Is it Dolphin? Is that what they call it?
We've got Dolphin. There could be.
That's what I played Rayman 3 on. Because I needed to play the GameCube version of Rayman 3 to get those glitches to work.
Yeah.
The only annoying part about that is that if I'd have played the remaster on PS3, I'd have been able to play widescreen. But I think it was a small price to pay. There is a GameCube version of Rayman 3. That is what I played on my Rayman 3 video. For my Rayman 3 video. Because the glitches I did in that video were... a lot of them were specific to the GameCube version. That seems to be a theme, actually, because a lot of the glitches that I used on Spyro Enter the Dragonfly were only on GameCube as well. Seems to be a running theme there.
Actually, rather than doing this, I should probably buy items.
Ah, good idea.
Right, let's see if they actually do have any... No, they've only got healing items.
Really? Super
Ooh,
cat food? What?
Hoity-toity cat food for fine felines.
What does hoity-toity mean?
Have you gotten used to going to school? What's wrong?
Okay.
Oh, don't tell me. You got the May blues, huh?
Oh, 50p, 50 HP to all allies. 100 HP to all allies. 50 HP to one ally. Which system did you play Enter the Dragonfly on?
Whoops.
Ah.
Sorry. Sorry, what now?
I might just buy as many of these as I can afford, which is apparently
Hello, Devlinator.
12.
So, when I first played Enter the Dragonfly casually when I was a kid, it was PS2. But for the video, GameCube emulator, because...
Oh, yes.
Again, GameCube had all the glitches that we needed. There's a chance the PS2 version might have had some of the glitches, but I was told the GameCube version was the most reliable one to do.
Cats truly are the better dogs. Have you seen the meme, the trend going around of them? I don't know if you saw it, but in the last presidential debate, Trump said something about people going into Springfield and eating the dogs and eating the cats, they eating the pets. And people have been making videos, usually mostly on TikTok, of they'll record their pet, either their dog or their cat, just like sleeping or grooming or whatever, and then they'll have Trump saying that, and then when he says they're eating the dogs will just be like
They'll time the audio with
it's
it.
my
Or time
favourite
with
thing
it.
at the moment.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
It sounds like he's gotten so desperate for votes, he's hoping he can get the animal population on his side. He's thought about it and he's like, you know what?
Tell them
There's
they're
so
eating
many
the
dogs and
pets."
animals, dogs and cats in this country that aren't voting for me. If I campaign for animal rights so they can vote, and then I'm all like, quick, they're eating cats and dogs, I'll save them.
I'm always earwigging these two girls all the time.
Hello, Draggy Eyes. To be fair, you're not that close to them. If you can overhear their conversation word for word at that distance, that's on them for talking too loud.
Oh yeah. Weird medicine. There was something about this nurse's office.
Not even the pets are voting. Now even the pets are voting.
Oh, actually, I think it just gives you... It boosts your courage or something, and I don't really need that. No.
GameCube hardware, it must have just been really weird. But it could manage 60 FPS. You got Enter the Dragonfly as a kid? Yeah.
I never did. Literally the only one we had was Spyro 1.
So as you might know if you've watched my Spyro videos, I played them in reverse order. I played 3, 2, then 1. But I had no idea I was playing them in reverse order. Because they're not called 1, 2, or 3, they're called Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 2 Gateway to Glimmer in my country, and Spyro 3 Year of the Dragon. Which is such a cool name, by the way. Spyro Year of the Dragon. That's like the best Spyro game name right there.
That is pretty
It
cool.
works anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's not specific. It's not got the name of a location or a name of a villain in it. That could have been the name of any of them. And it just nailed it. And if it came out in the Year of the Dragon as well, then cherry on top.
True.
Spyro Year of the Dragon is just a cool name. Anyway, I
Pretty
played Year of the
sure.
Dragon, then I played Gateway to Glimmer, then I played Spyro the Dragon. And when I played Spyro the Dragon, I was like, oh, this is old. Oh, this is not. Yeah, the controls are a lot more sluggish.
Hey, Persona 3 Pro.
Hello. Hey, we got a Pro in the house. That's handy. Even your profile picture is a Persona 3 one.
I missed part 2.
Or at least it looks like it.
Did we? I don't think we did a part 2.
This is part 3.
But I'm sure you were there for the last one.
Or maybe... Oh, I don't know.
The first one we did, we hadn't decided what challenge we were doing.
2000 was the Year of the Dragon. It was! Year of the Dragon came out in the Year of the Dragon.
There you go.
Makes perfect sense that it came out like that. I need to play the post-3 Spyro games at some point, never did. EP, you don't want to play Year of the Dragon. You don't hate yourself that much, do you? Tell me you don't. How hard do you think this challenge is going to be? We're not sure.
I think it's going to get tough.
Oh my.
We kind of just...
Especially with the bosses.
We kind of just pulled this challenge out of nowhere.
Pixel Vest! EP!
EP,
Just got-
it's
just
your
got
vest.
Your vest.
We've just stole EP's vest. Or she did, and she gave it to us.
It better be good.
I like how you said that. As if, like, EP, your vest better be good, or it's on you.
Better be. Let's check, shall we?
EP, if your vest ain't good, then we're suing you. Give you my vest back.
Oh, it is good.
69.
69.
Classic EP move.
Plus 10 SP. Don't really need that, but the other one's not doing much, so...
Classic EP 69.
Wait, what
It's
have I
very
got
well
here?
known.
Strength +1, endurance +1, agility, HP.
Why is he wearing a tampon around his neck?
It's not. It's his MP3 player.
I mean, when it's silhouetted, Gina.
Oh. Look at that attack, but look at that accuracy.
That's annoying. Why has the toy boat got such a higher attack?
It's gonna miss way more often than it hits, I guarantee.
And you were
it.
missing a good amount anyway.
Yeah, so I don't think that's worth it.
What's the latest on the Kingdom Hearts challenge? The latest is I can't decide. But having said that, I also can't think of anything else.
I think I can buy him his shoes now.
So what's annoying is that I like Kingdom Hearts and I want to do a challenge run on it. And the challenge run that I did do, I'm not 100% confident will do well on YouTube as a video. But also, because there's a YouTuber called Ninten, who literally, or Nitten? I think it's Nitten. He literally focuses purely on Kingdom Hearts content. And he's done loads of random mod challenges and stuff.
So most of them are going to be just done.
Stuff like Kingdom Hearts but everything is random, or Kingdom Hearts but I make it so that I start with everything, or Kingdom Hearts but I can only use the wooden sword, and it's all been done. Now granted, his videos are all just VODs that are cut down. So I could stand out differently in that respect.
Why is this cop selling us shoes? No.
There was a challenge that he did that was like unexpectedly difficult, and it was no magic.
If we get good exam scores, she'll give us a little something.
I actually own Strangers of Paradise Aaron, so I have played it, not beat it. Hey Tor, how you doing? I did film the challenge, not the super bosses or anything like that, or post-game stuff, but I've beat the final boss. Yeah, I don't know, like, there's pros and cons of the X button only challenge. A pro is it's never been done, it had some funny moments, it's a challenge that could be done on Kingdom Hearts 2 as well, maybe.
Yeah.
But the cons is that it might not do well, I don't know. Because it's not like, it's not one of those challenges where you're like, where it's like sounds impossible on paper. I don't know. I'm overthinking it. I always do. It's tough because I've already got 5 videos in mind.
Move.
There are literally 5 videos that are like definitely happening. Which is weird to me because recently I was like, what if we run out of ideas?
Yeah.
And now it's like there are 5 videos that are definitely happening on the channel. No ands, ifs or buts.
Look at this drift.
That's a long drift. That's nothing but drift.
True. That is true.
And that's all 3 Spyro Reignited games.
Yep.
FF10 and Abe's Odyssey. They're all definitely happening.
Abe's Exodus.
Exodus, sorry.
Done Odyssey.
When's your Rayman Legends video coming? Do it, coward.
Oh, I love
Hey, if you could
Rayman
think of a good
Legends.
idea, then I'll do it. But I can't think of a good idea. Hello, Billiam.
Yes.
How you doing? Your name reminds me of Double Dragon, because there was a famous typo in the very first Double Dragon when it was localized in English. I think it was the first one. The main characters are called Billy and Jimmy, but the typo it said Billy and Jimmy. No, it said it said oh, what did it say? Bimmy and Jimmy. Bimmy. So it was Bimmy and Jimmy instead of Billy and Jimmy. And I was like, how do you get that wrong?
Alright then. She says if we do well on the exam, she'll give us something, so...
Why is he juddering? Why is he vibrating like that? pretty weird.
You know how it is.
Akihiko, are you feeling unwell?
The only difference is some camera angles and signs in the mall stores being a bit different. Other than that, everything in layout city-wise is the
Why
same.
don't you help his studies?
Good to know.
From the hospital right after
Can you 100% Rayman Legends without having fun?
Some help to make up for the class time
No.
you missed.
You do.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5 I've not put on my list of things that are definitely happening because I don't want to go back to it anytime soon, really, maybe. And also I'd like to do 4 first, really.
They're easier to understand than the
Yeah, that is
textbook
true.
itself.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
I don't think I play any gacha games. I've never played Honkai Star Rail. I played Genshin Impact for all of 10 minutes and got bored.
I listen closely and write down bullet points.
Well, it's open world.
Then I organize them later
Yeah.
for a more readable format. It's a bit time consuming, but I find it's
I've not planned it for Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, or just Metal Gear Delta, but if it's as one-to-one remakey as it sounds like, it's probably just going to play the same as Metal Gear 3, but we'll see. I did do an ad for Star Rail, let's not tell everyone about that. doesn't mean I played it.
Our fight against the shadows. I need you to focus.
Mitsuru's right. Efficiency is key.
It'd be cool if Konami would announce the Metal Gear Collection 2. Yeah, apparently it's not
It's how well
close.
you manage it that can set you apart.
They've said that they're,
Indeed. Not
They said
even
that
a
because the
second
first one
of
released in a little bit of a mess, and they had to do a bunch of patches, they want to make sure they get the second one right before releasing it. Which I get. But they've also not
Yeah.
confirmed the games that are going to be on it, but it makes perfect logical sense to put Metal Gear 4 on it. Obviously.
All right.
The first one has the first 3 games in it, you wouldn't put 4 on the second collection? Come on.
You're drenched in sweat and that heavy breathing. Are you sure you're?
It will be cause for celebration, yes, and I will snap it right up.
Squatting over
That's
my
why you
chair
was
this whole time.
juddering.
Wanted to
Been
challenge
squatting
myself.
over my chair this whole time.
Notes. Working out while studying is quite an efficient use of my time. What do you say?
He's insane.
But yeah,
He must have extreme leg cramp now.
I told you not to push yourself until you fully recover.
No, not yet, Tor. I haven't really looked into it, and the biggest reason is now and then I'll message Zem and be all like, yo, do you want to do like a deadlocked challenge?
We've made a fair amount of progress.
And he'll say like, yeah, just like let me finish the stuff I'm currently working on, which is fine. But at that point, he started to move away from Ratchet and Clank, and he started making just general PlayStation videos. So he recently made a video on Crash Bandicoot 4, which is like 3.5 hours long, the madman.
after midterms next week. So it's not after the next boss. Yeah. And then he'll be in the party.
How long do days take in this game? Jesus Christ.
Don't say sextillion. Not with those teeth.
Oh, that sounds like it hurts. Oh. How does she as well? How does she? How can you?
Couldn't.
She never has. She can't. It's not possible. Or if she has, they're in the hospital now. Want a good cry? Why? Because you've met up with that teacher.
I don't really want to. I just want to get to the point where.
I don't want to get to those points.
I wonder if I've got enough to boost.
You couldn't pay me enough.
stats.
Do you consider Gateway to
Yeah.
Glimmer or Ripto's Rage the better title? I knew I'd get asked this.
I don't have enough. Let's just go home.
Okay, look. Ripto's Rage is probably the better title.
But Gateway to Glimmer does sound pretty.
If you had 100 people and you told 50 of them this game was called Gateway to Glimmer, and you told the other 50 this game is called Ripto's Rage, but those two groups of 50 people never spoke to each other ever, they were separated. And then they played that game and they loved it and had nostalgia for it, and then 25 years go by or whatever, and then you tell the groups of 50, by the way, we called the game something different for the rest of the population,
Just letting you know.
and you told Gateway to Glimmer people, by the way, it's actually called Ripto's Rage for everyone except you guys, and then you told the other 50 the opposite. I think But people who
Give me a hand here.
know the game as Gateway to Glimmer would go, oh, okay. That's interesting, I never knew that. What an interesting fact I just learned.
Yeah,
Sounds unusual to me in my head, but okay.
I know
that's an
where you're
interesting fact.
going.
If you were the people who heard the name was Ripto's Rage and then you were told it's Gateway to Glimmer, they'd be like, what?
Mood for learning.
Huh?
Ripto's Rage is such a much better title.
Ripto's Rage makes the game sound really cool. Gateway to Glimmer. What? That's just one level in the entire game that you're in for all of 10 minutes and then
It's true.
the game moves on.
The people who knew it as Gateway to Glimmer don't care.
And then the rest of the game is about you fighting an angry guy called Ripto. So I get it. I get people who say Ripto's Rage is the better name. Gateway to Avalon would be good, but then also that's not got the alliteration that Gateway to Glimmer has. I don't know why they named it that. Did they think Ripto's Rage sounded too violent?
I don't know.
I don't know. But it's got to the point now where the reignited version just calls it Ripto's Rage. So,
What was the verdict with the challenge? Jordan, we're going for no personas, and we're going for we're just not allowed to touch the persona menu. So it's given us Apsaris automatically because it made me change it in the tutorial. So we're sticking with it.
so yeah, whatever your default persona is that the game gives you after the tutorial, you're stuck with.
Dear Snooping Chan.
Why does it sound like they're speaking to the Japanese version of Snoopy? Snooping Jan.
Alright, let's get some money. A detonator. Did you see that?
What?
That movie poster.
The detonator.
But it was like the two people face to face like that, like Demolition Man.
Hmm.
Look like that.
Can you imagine if Spyro 3 was called The Road to Sunny Villa?
Yay!
You know, like, I get it, it'd be pretty weird. Just because that's the name of the first major level.
I still can't believe we are potentially finishing this with Lamo Apsaris. Alright.
I'm guessing he's not a fan favourite.
She.
And her. Spyro takes a gateway to Glimmer. Yes, he does. And then we never see that gateway ever again.
That's true, she does only have one weakness. Oh. Midterms tomorrow. Oh, but I haven't... Alright, let's study again.
Hello.
I'll join this study group. Just better do it, otherwise she's not going to give me a little present.
Correct. The answer is May Blue.
That sounds like a metaphor.
What's the matter, Iori? Feeling the
Is it
May
winter?
blues?
What? Oh,
It's
Everyone's got fluffy things around them all of a sudden.
Kirijo-senpai, about this
I
question
can't
here.
remember what
Although if
season
it-
we're in, actually.
If it is winter, she's still not really dressed appropriately. Her shoulders will be freezing.
Oh, you smell
That's true.
that? It's insane.
Spyro 3 Year of Bianca Simps. I'll tell you what will make you not a Bianca simp. Play Enter the Dragonfly. She looks super weird in that game and she's in about 2 scenes.
I know what you mean.
Although, fun fact, if you
I can't get enough of it.
play Enter the Dragonfly, hold the Y button, or the triangle button, as soon as you start the game. Walk forward, you get the cutscene where Bianca talks to you, and as long as you keep the look button held, she never disappears. She just
Yeah.
stands there. Like she's supposed to disappear. And then if you just keep playing the game with the triangle button held at all times, all sorts of weird glitches just start happening. You can proper break the game doing that.
You do.
That's how easy it is to break it. Just hold triangle and play.
It's not as
Was she in it? She was in the opening cutscene, and she was in the very beginning where she just says something to you about catching dragonflies, and that's it. She never comes back.
That's got to do it. Yes!
She was not in Hero's Tale. For some reason they thought, you know what, Blink the Mole. And everyone was all like, genius.
For goodness.
And then after the game came out, they promptly fired him. Actually, I think they had him shot. The person who suggested Blink the Mole in Hero's Tale, I'm pretty sure they executed him on the spot after the sale numbers came out.
All right, that should be enough for tonight.
It was the last straw.
I think his family were like, yeah, fair.
Right. I'm going to get a present now. Well, after the exams.
I hope it's not from Buck Teeth Afro Lady.
No, it's from Mitsuru.
They ruined Bentley too. They turned him into a depressed wimp. I didn't even know he was in it. Who's Bentley again? Is he the Yeti? Oh, he was in it for a brief moment, wasn't he? Oh, yes, I remember now.
Look at me earwigging on him again.
My only memory of that cave was just returning there over and over to get 10 fire arrows or 20 or whatever it was.
Excuse me?
Do you have plans for specific social links? You do. You said one. Me, earlier.
No, it doesn't necessarily matter which social link I do. I'm only doing a social link just to get the Twilight fragments or Twilight shards from Elizabeth.
I see. Excuse me.
That's
Which is
all.
Apparently that's a reload thing.
She gave me 8 recently. So I'm alright for now. When I run out, I'll do some more social linking.
This question seems familiar. Did you remember?
Yeah.
Have you memorized all these?
No, I just did them relatively recently.
That's not on the PS2 one. Interesting to know what they've added. Wait, why is it the same question?
It wasn't.
Oh, the answers were the same. I saw the pendulum and stuff from the previous question from like the other day.
Oh yeah, because that was a class. This is a test, so it's the same questions from before. See if you remember them. Same way it would be on an exam, I guess.
Yeah, but we've all had that moment where we've done an exam and we're like, we never learned this.
Yeah. Oh crap.
Pantograph. Am I Googling this?
Yes, please.
Guys, take your guesses. What's a pantograph?
I think it's electricity.
A device that maintains electrical contact with the contact wire and transfers power from the wire to the traction unit.
So electricity.
So it's the kind of thing you see on top of trams. I wonder what refers to in the word pantograph.
I don't know.
I thought it was a graph of pantomimes.
The awkward moment when you accidentally sell your clothes in Baldur's Gate 3 and suddenly find yourself naked in camp.
Oh, you're playing Baldur's Gate 3?
He is, yeah.
How long have you been playing that?
During
And why have you
which
been streaming it?
Historical
I'd have
period
watched
where
that.
middens is commonly used.
Oh, you don't have to stream it, it's up to you. What? What?
I need another Google.
Middens?
Middens.
Oh, God. What even is a midden?
Just look, Midden Persona 3.
Midden is an old dump for domestic waste. It consists of animal bones.
There we go.
Is it this one?
Jomon.
What is Jomon? Jomon. Sankey, you're dead. Jomon. I'm more of a history person.
Go.
I'm not, but your name is Old School Johnny.
Just look up Persona 3 reload questions. That's what I usually do, Jai.
I just looked up the word middens.
It didn't work out.
And then at that point, I was like, maybe I'll get an answer. And I realised, no, I would not.
I owe you one.
Oh, it's a period of history like pre-Yamato. I see. Yamato. To me, a Yamato is a Yiddish tomato.
Oh, wait. What's this question?
They look familiar, you should be fine.
Oh, never mind. We're good. We're fine.
Don't take my word for it. Fine, you can keep your word. This Japanese student legitimately getting confused on their English test. That would happen. If I was doing a Japanese test, I'd be all kinds of confused.
That's very true.
How many classrooms in this country or America have windows that lead to the hallway near the doors?
Like these?
Yeah, that you can just slide open.
I don't know. Not many. What am I doing?
Do you know what that was? Yeah.
What? What?
You know how now and then I just waste time in a video game doing something stupid?
Yeah.
And you're just looking at me like, the hell is he doing? That was you realising why I do it. Just started licking a window for no reason. Is it no wonder he's got no friends at school?
Welcome.
His only friends are the ones he lives with.
I want it to be like a one-way window so that everyone on the other side can see. But he couldn't see anyone.
My wife and I were just talking about it.
And there's just like 8 people staring from inside the classroom, teacher included. And he's just licking the window left and right.
Don't worry about it. Get on.
And they're like, what is that guy's name? And they're like, snooping. Ah, makes sense, makes sense.
Would you like another to give to a friend? We have so many. My wife and I would take forever to finish.
To be fair, Gina only wastes 20 to 30 seconds.
Yeah,
You're
that's
more
true.
20 to 30 minutes.
Here you go. For real this time.
How to get expelled the speed run.
My apologies.
Lick the nearest window.
Jesus. Melon bread.
You're about the weirdest person who would probably eat melon bread. Expelled percent.
Spoiled son. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Honestly, where in the world did he?
The door barricade devices are in case of shootings. No interior windows.
Hmm?
I'm just reading. Bulletproof glass in America.
Oh. Oh yeah, no, we're not in America.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think if any of my classrooms had like windows that led to the hallways.
No, it's not a
I don't think they
thing.
did. We only had windows that led outside.
Yeah. You can't have extra windows. That's real estate that needs to have like stuff on the walls that are about the lesson you're in.
Yeah.
Our history room had all sorts of stuff all over the walls.
Yeah, that was did as well. Would it be helpful at all if I was checking what
We'll be waiting.
type of persona Apsaris is and then only doing the social links that are that type?
You're back.
Depends if you consider that a rule break or
Does
not.
that only help? Because it helps to level the persona up.
Well, I tell
Actually,
you
no.
what.
I think it only does anything if you're fusing new personas, in which case it won't matter.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, if you wanted to do that, the challenge could be no persona menu.
Sweet. Are they a girl?
Because you've yet to touch the persona menu, at least. I don't
Yeah. No, I think it is just.
know. Can you beat Persona 3 Reload without licking the windows? No, they are too tasty.
I think she's in Class E. I don't see
You
her
get into this room and they all look at you like,
sick a lot from what
so we got a call from the school.
Same hospital as That's how we
You need to knock that off. And you're like, what,
Social
what do you
links
mean?
only affect fusions, yeah. So yeah, it doesn't matter.
already had an evoker ready for her too.
This is an intervention.
What?
A window licking intervention.
Offer her some private lessons.
The No Walking Metal Gear Solid 5 playthrough is going fine so far. I'm at 63% overall completion. I can already confirm that I won't be able to reach 100%. Really? What's your roadblock, old school Johnny? What is it? Oh, is it like climbing stuff? Like climbing ladders and stuff? Is it required? The special social link of the Arcana Apsaris is from would level up faster, though. The specific social link of the Arcana Apsaris
Would it?
is from would level up faster.
Is that true?
Which means more fragments.
Sounds like a line from an old folk song. Watch your roadblock, old school Johnny.
What's your roadblock, old school Johnny? What's your roadblock, old school Johnny? It does. I'm gonna be able to read that name now.
Am I free?
What's your
No,
roadblock,
not for
old
you.
school Johnny? Am I free? Not for you.
Oh look, it's our 1 free day a week.
Then you're supposed to have 2.
No, not in Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
They work 6 out of 7 days in Japan.
Well, school is Monday to Saturday.
Jesus Christ.
You only get 1 day off. I know, right?
God damn, Japan. What's that about? There's some places in Scotland having 4-day work weeks.
Yeah, and ours have said that they're not going to do that for us.
That's because you're in the NHS.
No, as in the government have said they're not going to do it here.
Oh, at all?
Yeah.
Well, I would like to kick the government in the knackers. And say,
A lot of people would like to do
oi,
that.
be more like Scotland. You're expected to be an after-school club. It's pretty intense.
And don't they do like exercise every morning or something, like first thing in the
Is
morning?
that Japan or China?
They do like a... No, I'm sure Japan do it as well.
Oh. Yeah, because there's people who like go outside on the roofs of skyscrapers of their work buildings and just start exercising.
Yeah, yeah. Having a persona of the same arcana as whatever social link you're spending time boosts the affection they feel towards you when you pick good dialogue options, so it just helps get more free time. Okay.
Interesting. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Thank goodness.
I need to pee.
Apsaras is a priestess, so Fuka's social link would level up faster.
In the military academy.
Sergeant, you take the right wing.
No, my favourite boy, Oars.
Find that wallet.
Who's Oars? Is that this dude on the screen? The 3 of us searched high and low for the missing wallet. I've clearly missed something, because I didn't even know we were searching for a wallet. Oh, the dialogue moves on without her. Okay, I didn't press anything.
We've searched everywhere.
Is it going to continue? Yes, it is.
What were we
Guess the
looking
cutscene's
for
just
again?
playing now. You forgot what they were looking for, and a French person walked in. No wonder Gina left the room.
Something important on the ground outside. Does this belong to you?
Gina left at the perfect time. This was calculated.
Everywhere. It may not be
She
full
knew
of
what was going to happen.
but this here is an even bigger treasure to me.
Hello, Minty Fresh. What's Pasha Technic?
Are you not the transfer student everyone is
French, my nemesis. Well, Gina knew. She left at the perfect time to avoid this entire French conversation. Nice to meet you. I guarantee Gina's not going to put nice to meet you. She's going to put, and who are you? Should I do it for her? Who are you?
I am here from France as an exchange student.
I figured as much.
My name is André Laurent.
My name is the most
You can call me Père.
typical default French name you can possibly imagine.
I am delighted to make your acquaintance. Yorishiko.
I hope I'm not messing the challenge up for
I
her.
train in the home economics room every day. If you get bored, come join me.
Well then, au revoir and...
Oh, it's not what I think. I think this is a calculated French avoidance on her part.
My, what a classy young man.
I know I kept it.
This will be interesting when she gets back.
Want to forget about it at any
Hello, some lost gamer. All good here. How are you?
I knew I
My favorite character has the Emperor Arcana, not doing his social link.
That key. Is it?
Found a key.
Come on, dear, you know what it is. It's the key to our son's car. Such a nice boy coming to visit us has a way of making me feel young again. Been a
Why did
while
the music
since I felt
awkwardly
like
just
putting the
stop?
pedal to the metal. What age do I look, dear?
Please don't. Why must you get into a car? Do you want me to end up all alone?
Is he gonna crash? I think the music just got sinister. Maybe I shouldn't press anything because I feel like this might influence whether he like gets in a car and crashes or something. I don't see the hate between the Brits and the French nowadays. There is no hate. Unless you're Gina, apparently. You were enemies during history, but since the 20th century, you were allies during most of the world conflicts. Tell that to Gina. The music got intense because because France left. You think it would have got intense as he arrived? It's weird seeing this game trying to copy Persona 5 style. I guess it's not really copying it, it's just emulating the style they also created. Ah, you're moving. I'm with Gina. We Germans love to hate them too. I've never seen anyone openly admit they like French, even French people themselves. Feels like I'm too American to understand that long-running joke. I can't wait for Gina to get back and realise what she's in my opinion, intentionally avoided. And when she gets back, we're all going to have to shake our heads, wag our fingers at her and tut at her and go, can't believe you did that. Could you have made that any more obvious? This would also be the start of a metaphor. It might just be. Ew, French people. That was a very forthright way to go about it. If there is a French person listening right now, I apologise. I, for one, think that you make very good fries. Really enjoy your fries. That tower's pretty cool, I guess. It lights up at night, which I didn't realise until I was there. Even if you talked French with an accent to them, they'd be annoyed. They'd be like, oh, they're trying to speak French to us. France has a thriving indie game scene. It's good to know. Best French person is probably Rayman, right? Hello, Cat. How you doing? I myself have never been to France, but my parents told me that if you go to France and talk to French people English or German, they get annoyed. But I think that isn't true. This was many years ago when I was there. Obviously, if they're people who are like working, then you can't really tell if they're annoyed or not. But we didn't really talk to that many people, I'll be honest, who didn't like work in places that we went to. Rayman and Quantic Dream are the best things from France. I like Quantic Dream games. Gina really liked the latest one. Becoming Human, something like that. Become Human. Detroit Become Human, that's it. Gina really liked that game. But then I told her that the next game they're working on is a Star Wars game, and she immediately lost interest. Nathan could have gone with baguettes, croissants, but no. He went for the thing that Americans made. Well, they called it French fries. Why do they call it French fries? They got invented in Belgium. French fries were invented in Belgium. Did you guys know that haggis was not invented in Scotland either? I think it was Hungarian or something. Detroit is underrated. Couldn't care less for the upcoming Star Wars game. I feel like they wanted something mainstream to do their style of game on, to try and get somewhere. But I don't think it's going to work. They're hoping for more casual people to buy their games, but in doing so, they're alienating all the people who just don't like Star Wars or not into Star Wars.
What?
Can't believe you.
Me?
Can't believe you.
What we done?
We all know what you did. We all realised why you left the room at that moment.
Why?
We all realise. Cat's out of the bag, Gina.
What?
Cat is out of the bag. Or shall I say, Le Chat is out of the bag.
What?
Guys, what did she do? What did she do on purpose?
Oh,
What did she do?
I'm sorry for raising.
What
my
did I
voice.
do?
Did I scare you?
You've played this game recently. You've played this very cutscene recently, I'll bet, as well. You knew exactly what was going to happen.
I didn't.
And then you walked out specifically to avoid it, and then played it off like you just walked out. Oh, I need to go to the toilet. How dare you? I cannot believe it.
What are you talking about?
All my excitement.
Never heard such lies in my life. Can't believe you did that. As soon as you walked out of the room, what happens?
I don't know.
A French character walked on screen.
Oh.
The whole conversation happened in real time. And then he walked off,
And then I came
and
back.
then you came back. I couldn't believe it. I was like, she's up there now, timing it on a watch, going like, and he's left the room. Back down I go. I was sat here going like, I was like, oh, the most French name in the world here, Andre Jean is here. Whatever. The most French name I've ever heard in my entire life. You couldn't have got more stereotypical with that name. Andre Jean. With an X, a silent X. There was a silent X in his name somewhere. In his 4 names. I couldn't believe it.
We had to listen to him.
And then you came back down as he left the room, and I was like,
Oh, welcome back.
I can't believe you've done this. Could you have made... You hate it so much that you couldn't even meant to look at a character who spoke French, so you had to leave the room. You were up there now, and we were looking at the screen just flabbergasted. We were like, she's done this on purpose. I can't believe it. And I was like, when she gets back, everyone tut at her. Think you're slick, you ain't. Everyone else was, it's funny because everyone else was like, yeah, we get it. We'd leave if we could. Can't believe what happened. She's up there now.
Psychological abuse, that.
She's up there not peeing. Looking at her watch. Oh, there we go, right. Ugh. You left us alone with the Frenchman. The disbelief. I smell a conspiracy.
Right, I think Akihiko can join us now.
Now, I managed to save you a little bit and said that I've heard on good authority that she likes their fries. So,
French fries.
I've managed to win you some favour there. She looks like that woman's mum. She's
Yeah,
dressed the
she
same.
could.
She's got the same colour hair.
Hi, some lost gamer.
Maybe she's not a beaver with an afro.
Something for you. Okay.
It's not American EP, it's Belgium. We learnt this. French fries was invented in Belgium.
Were they?
Yes, and then
Why are they called French fries then?
I don't know, but I gave an interesting tidbit that I learned on QI that haggis was invented in
Yes! Look, there he is.
Haggis is Hungarian, I believe, in origin.
Is it?
I believe that is correct. And I think the kilt was an Irish thing originally.
What'd you bring?
But that's less interesting. My beautiful boy has emailed you. Is it the white-haired one, or is that someone else? Let's be honest,
really?
they're American. Is it true that the korma curry was invented in England?
I have heard that, yeah.
Because we got so wimpy with it that we... Yes, that's the wording I chose, wimpy with it. We're so wimpy with it that we were like, no, curry's too spicy. Put coconut oil in it, or coconut milk in it.
Coconut milk.
And then the likes of us were like, why? What are you doing? The korma is English. Hello, Roxas. How you doing? They're called French fries because the potatoes are French cut.
Oh. Wait. Do you mean him?
Hide, Toshi. Why? Who's Toshi and why are we
I think
hiding
he's
him?
got white hair. Has he?
How would you
Let's
know?
go find out. I've got nothing else better to do.
How would you know? Maybe he's not the white-haired one. Maybe I'm just mixing things up.
No, they said it was he had white hair.
My loser son.
Oh, it's like grey. Oh, I see.
Oh, it's like he's getting old.
Well, let's go find out.
I choose to take things like that literal, because you chose to use 5 letters to express the fact that you're laughing.
Thanks for all your hard
So I choose to think that's like, oh no, he's got grey hair, not white hair.
Oh no, it's okay. He's just being not him. You should be used to this by now. Look, she's freaked out now. Gina, back away from the window.
Do you do it if you know there's a French person in that class? Do you do it on French classes? Just the French classes?
It's ridiculous, plain and simple.
Don't worry, Naomi.
Rules, the whole system will collapse.
Just standard life.
Sorry.
No window licking in front of the student council, for God's sake.
Take that the wrong way.
Do you like him? Because he pisses me off.
He's got that smile about him. 4. Never mind 2. I do not like his voice acting.
I'll lock up here when I'm finished. Get home safely.
Did they change all the voice actors in this?
I don't know, actually.
I'm playing this game right now.
I love him. He sucks a little bit.
Would you mind heading
Hello, Lulink. I'm currently playing this game for the first time. Why bother leveling up your social links if you aren't using personas?
To be honest, I'm not really leveling that one up. I just wanted to see who it was they were talking about.
No need to be so wary.
Also, and let's see if I get this right, the reason we're doing it is for the Twilight fragments.
Yeah, I'm leveling up one social link so far. It's the elderly couple, just to get the Twilight fragments from Elizabeth.
So we can open those chests. However, I do
So
have a
just the
question. Is that old man going to crash his car and die?
From setting up our own.
Sorry, don't say it as spoilers. But like, it looked like he was about to crash a car. I don't know because I've not played it, so it's not technically spoilers.
Interested in this sort of thing? Tending to plants can
I forgot Liz gave frags.
or so they say.
He has a really
Sorry.
cute arc over the social link where he stops being quite such a dweeb.
When you say Liz gave frags, in my head, our queen was giving away grenades. Here you go, here's your grenade. Thanks, queen. aim for France.
Besides, you're able to cook meals at the dorm.
Actually, I crashed the car. What?
The only change of a voice actor I ever minded was Zach Fair's new voice actor. Any other voice actor outburst from fans is, in my opinion, overreacting. The only one that was slightly disappointing was Liam O'Brien not being Akihiko anymore. Especially considering they had Liam O'Brien. He voices the police officer in this one.
I'm not
So
overreacting.
why not have him as Akihiko? I'm not super upset about it. It was just a bit like,
Hello, Draco Thorpe. I'm not overreacting, right?
You are, and I know what you're going to say.
I'm not overreacting.
I know what you're going to say. And leave him alone.
No.
Leave him alone.
No.
He got offered a lot of money to do it, and he took it.
Well, okay, he should have been offered. I blame Kojima.
It's not his fault. Leave old Kiefer alone.
It's Kojima's fault.
Oh, look.
And how do we know it was a lot of money? It might have been bog standard, middle of the road money.
It was Kiefer Sutherland. It was a lot of money.
Well, he didn't deserve it.
Leave him alone, God.
I'm not saying he didn't do a good job. He didn't deserve to get paid a lot of money for what was probably about 5 voice lines.
He would have. He's famous as heck.
He said 5 things in that whole game.
Yeah, and he probably got paid thousands and thousands for it.
And he didn't deserve it. I said it. I'm not saying if I wasn't in his position I wouldn't have done it, but I also would have felt like I didn't deserve it. I wouldn't have cared.
The new voice actor for Akihiko is very good. couldn't even hear the difference to start with. Not until I was told, and then I could sort of hear it a little bit.
It's so weird though. It was David Hayter, David Hayter, David Hayter, David Hayter, as well as all the spin-offs. Then it was Kiefer Sutherland, and now we're remaking 3, and it's David Hayter again.
That does seem strange.
Morning.
Like, yeah? I will make you understand.
I won't.
I want them to get...
No, I do.
I want them to get 5 Horizon Zero Dawn games in, and I want Ashley Birch to be replaced on the 5th one by Natalie Portman. And then I want her number of lines in the whole game to be, unironically, about 30 lines.
Now, here's the thing, right? I do understand your annoyance with it. But even if that happened, I wouldn't be annoyed at Natalie Portman. She just accepted a job and did her job and got paid for it. I wouldn't be annoyed at her for accepting the job.
Okay.
I'd be annoyed at...
I'm obviously not annoyed at Kiefer Sutherland. I don't know anything about him.
But you do. You're like, oh, I hate
Yeah, but I'm angry that it happened. I'm angry at everyone involved.
Take it out on the right people.
It just made no sense to me. And if they'd fallen out, if like they were like, oh, David, you did a stupid bad thing, we don't like you anymore, then I get it. But they didn't. They just didn't contact him. They were like, going a new direction. I want Hollywood.
Yeah, well.
Visually, Natalie Portman's always a win, but if it's just her voice and she doesn't do that many lines, then... Don't you think so, Snooping Jan?
Yes.
Oh,
probably do.
You. She doesn't like it, does she? Wait, it was walk in and they were like, oh, it's you. And you're like, I feel our bond has grown stronger. Then you walked out. What kind of game is this? That's all it takes. When you're old, I guess. They forget it. No, you could just convince them you spent all day with them and they'd forget.
When they're old, all you have to do is go visit for a few minutes. And
hours, probably.
Right. Oh, okay. Let's go get some money. We'll go to Tartarus on a day that we can't work. Because we need this money.
Don't tell that to the manager of the cafe. They'll get well confused. I'm trying to go to Tartarus. Why? The midnight hour. God. That is a thing in this game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Got it right.
Well done, you're learning.
They did just use the original voice lines for David Hayter and Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, yes. Because they realised if they just got Keith Sutherland back, he'd be like, no, too many lines. Cut it down by 1/5 and I'll do it for the same money. Actually, no, more money. Then I'll do it. 1/5 of the lines.
You know what the funny thing is? No, actually, that's wrong. I was going to say it's sort of true. Everything I've ever seen Kiefer Sutherland in, he didn't have like super loads of lines. But then I remembered he was in 24 and he was the main character. But I never watched it. But I'm pretty sure he had a lot of lines because there was a bunch of episodes.
I bet there was 24 lines. One per line. one line per episode.
But usually in the things I've seen him in, he's been a villain. So he's not a main character, so he doesn't have as many lines as the main character.
Now, to be fair, I've not watched 24.
Me neither.
But I know the meme with the noise that goes... And there's a clock on screen. There's like 4 screens in the corner kind of thing. I've seen that meme.
The only things I've seen him in...
Is 24 worth watching?
Yeah, is it any good? I mean, it's very popular. It must be.
It's like the only thing he's ever done ever. Right?
Lost Boys?
No, I found him. Is this mostly reloading floors to find golden hand shadows? We can't even kill them. We can't kill the golden hand
we
shadows
can't
because they
kill
just run
them.
away and we can't get the damage output.
Can't kill them quick enough. Yeah, I think the only things I've actually seen Kiefer Sutherland in is Lost Boys and Stand By Me.
Stand by me. Stand by me.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've actually watched that he was in.
Was it FF15? Was it Florence and the Machine singing Stand By Me? Or am I just... Was that a fever dream that I had?
Are you thirsty?
It was Florence and the Machine, but I'm not sure it was that song.
I think it was. It was.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
That's such a weird thing to even think about.
Dear, you got back just in
I remember when... before FF13 came out, there was an advert on TV for it. And it announced that the official the official theme song for FF13 was My Hands by Leona Lewis.
You ought to know better than to walk
I don't think I've ever heard that.
And it was such a weird thing to hear because it was like...
this.
Like official theme songs of Final Fantasy games from 1 to 12, if they had them, was like... Melodies of Life,
Yeah.
Eyes on Me, that rock song in FF10.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what you expected, some crazy Japanese thing. And then it was like some X Factor winner.
I'm worried too.
And it was like, what?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And you know it was only in this country, or America and like in the West, that they did that. You know it was. The Eastern version doesn't have Leona Lewis singing My Hands in it. And then you
Probably
realise that the song only plays a little bit in the final cutscene and in the credits, and that's it.
No.
So you didn't hear it till the end of the game anyway.
You know what the most disappointing was in that sort of vein? You remember the live action version of The Jungle Book?
Yes.
The Disney one.
It fits with
They
the game
had-
sucking so much. Wow.
They had Scarlett Johansson singing Trust in Me.
It did.
And it was such a creepy version.
That
And
it
they never
was.
put it in the actual film. It was only in the credits. But they did put in...
And the fact that they'd already had it recorded, just hadn't animated a part of the movie for it. Created a part of
But
the
they
movie
had
for
but
it.
they had
But
that
they had the song.
King Louis song in there.
I didn't hate it. It was
I
alright.
did.
The way I saw it is that the song that we wanted was still there. They just added upon it, right? I know they changed it a little bit to make it a bit more sinister.
I didn't
but-
like that whole King Louis part in the... Why was he giant? Why was he massive?
to represent Christopher Walken a bit more, because I'm not saying he's giant, but he's like not active. He's not jumping around and going, whoa.
But everything else about it, like, I know the animals were talking, whatever. But everything about it was like, the animals were the appropriate size. They were acting like they were animals for the most part, other than talking. It all seemed very, not realistic, but you know what I mean, true to life, if that actually happened. And then there was just a giant Christopher Walken King Louis. It just made no sense. I hated that part of it.
I get it. It's like in... They always do something to mess, like to ruin things.
Oh, Kasuta, you've got to watch Encanto.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, Encanto's great.
Who's not?
And you
Who's
know-
not watching Encanto?
Kasuta said they've not seen anything after Tangled.
No, Encanto's really good. Watch
Encanto's
Encanto.
really good.
You would think Encanto came out like directly after Tangled.
Yeah. And do you know what? People hate on it, but I really liked Wish.
I like Wish. It's alright.
A lot of people didn't like it, but I really liked it.
I think people were like hoping for Encanto quality or Moana quality. Also,
Yeah.
watch Moana.
Yeah,
you playing
Moana's
at?
great as well. Alright,
Literally, only
Watch-
Frozen is like the reason you stop watching. It sounds like.
watch Moana and Encanto. If you don't watch any of the others, watch those two. Stop talking to me with your silly hat.
Frozen 1 and 2 are worth a watch.
Yeah, to be honest, I think people avoid Frozen simply because of how popular it was. But it was popular for a reason.
Did
They
Wreck-It
are
Ralph
good
come out after
movies for
Tangled?
what they are.
Oh, I have a favor
If so, watch Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 might do.
Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6.
You are missing a lot of good movies.
Big Hero 6 is great as well.
Big Hero 6 is very good, very good. Frozen super good, Frozen 2 is mid. I like Frozen 2.
I really like Frozen 2 actually. I might have even preferred Frozen 2 to Frozen 1.
Okay then.
But that might only be because I'd seen Frozen 1 so many times because we have a small daughter that maybe it was just I'd seen it so many times that the novelty had worn off for me. So Frozen 2 was new.
I'm not trying to like spoilers or anything. It's an old movie by now. Frozen 1, right? The only part that kind of annoyed me about it is that at the end when Kristoff is riding Sven to try and help Anna, and he goes through all this dramatic. The ships are falling, and he's avoiding the falling bits of ship, and he almost falls into the frozen lake multiple times. And the they really put some effort into animating all that. And when he gets there, he does zero.
That's kind of the point, though. You're supposed to think that he's going to save Anna, and then it ends up being like sort of like this feminist thing where they could save themselves.
Yeah.
Like the sisters saved each other. They didn't need. They want the men around, but they didn't necessarily need them, and that was sort of the point.
Yeah. It just felt a bit odd that they did all that and then he just did nothing. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
He could have fed in the lake and it would have changed nothing.
Although Kristoff is considered like one of the best Disney males, I guess.
I don't know, I always like Flynn because
Oh, I love Flynn.
he starts off being the typical that
He
you
has-
like, oh, he's the Prince
Yeah.
Charming kind of guy, or he's the anti-hero, and then you realise the humanization behind him, and then you think he's betrayed it, but he hasn't, and then...
Yeah, he
Flynn.
starts off as like a bit of a, not necessarily a villain, but yeah, like an anti-hero. He has the character development. I think he has the best character development in
Yeah, I suppose so,
Disney.
yeah. I liked Frozen 2, it was alright. Now,
liked
I
it.
admit,
I liked the music.
there was one
I liked
song
the
in Frozen
songs.
2 I didn't like at all.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Lost in the Woods.
Yes, I thought Lost in the Woods was a bit lame.
I liked Lost in the Woods.
I thought Lost in the Woods was worse than every single song in Wish.
Actually, no, I'm
Yeah, it's probably not as strong as them.
And Wish is considered to be the weak one.
I know. I liked, people really didn't like that the Wish villain song was so upbeat.
It's different.
But I'm
It's
like,
alright.
what's wrong with it being upbeat? There's been plenty of upbeat villain songs.
I think the reason it's upbeat is because he genuinely believes he's the good guy and he believes his own hype.
Well, yeah, he was a narcissist, so he was bigging himself up. That was the point of it.
And the Sinister song was the good guys trying to knock him down.
That's my favourite
It was
song in
a
the film.
complete reversal of
Yeah, it
like
was great.
the norm, and you can do that one. You did it. It's the first time I've ever done it, and it might be the only time I've ever done it. Let them have one.
I don't care. I don't know. There have been other upbeat villain songs.
Mad Madam Mim's pretty upbeat.
Madam Mim's very upbeat. King Louis, except in the live action one, it wasn't upbeat. But in the original, it was very upbeat.
It's hard to consider him the villain. He's just a villain.
I suppose Shere Khan is more the villain. He didn't really have a song.
He
of
should
his
have.
own.
That'd have been good.
He cameoed in.
Did you guys know that
Trust in Me.
Pro ZD can do a hell of a Shere Khan impression? He voice acts Shere Khan in some of the audiobooks for Jungle Book.
Really?
Pro ZD can do a Shere Khan. He sounds exactly like the original guy. Really good. Ash's song.
Have you heard?
I would admit, you know the very first song of Wish? The Rosa's song?
Yeah, that's catchy as hell.
It's okay. I liked it, but when I heard it, I was like...
It reminded
me of the song in
Encanto.
Encanto.
Yeah.
And I remember that one being better.
Yes, it did seem like a less good
Yeah.
version of the first song in Encanto, but I still liked it. It's catchy.
That means you've not seen Coco.
How have you not seen Coco? What are you doing? Tangled was it? When was Tangled? Like what?
It's like 15 years ago now,
Oh.
isn't it?
You're missing out.
Because Frozen 1 came out just before Lily was born. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
2013.
because we watched it. I
And
remember us
Tangle would have been before that.
watching it while I was pregnant.
Does this mean that you've not seen...
And I kept falling asleep every time we tried to watch
Does
it.
this
'cause
mean
I
you've
was
not seen
tired.
Princess and the Frog? Wasn't that just after Tangled?
Princess and the Frog might have... Oh,
I thought it was just after.
it might have been just after, because I remember them making a big deal about it being hand-drawn again.
Yeah.
Because they'd not done a hand-drawn one in a while.
I vaguely remember that. Watch Princess and the Frog as well, that's good. That's crazy, because I think Tangled's really good, but to consider it the peak...
I think it's one of my favourites.
No,
I
it
would
is,
say.
but considering that they said that's peak and I'm done. Like, be crazy? Moana and Encanto are very good.
They are very good.
They're up there just as much as, like, with Tangled.
Wow, that's pathetic.
Oh, Princess and the Frog was before Tangled.
Oh, I don't know if it was. When was Tangled?
2010.
Oh, Princess and the Frog was before it. They came out like quite close to each other though, didn't they? Tangled and Princess and the Frog. I remember them being quite...
Now,
there wasn't much time.
if you don't want to go out of your way to watch the remakes, I don't blame you. Because
No, not necessarily.
none of the remakes are perfect.
I like them, but I can understand why people don't like them.
What voice? I don't hear anything.
I mean, they're okay, but I don't feel like you just go out of your way.
No.
What's going on?
I know this isn't a Disney movie, but Shrek was fantastic. It was, but they needed to stop after Shrek 2.
And they did not, and they still have not.
Yeah.
Every single Disney live action has done something to mess things up. Just one little thing.
They do always change.
They mess something up.
Yeah. For me, The Jungle Book was bloody giant
Yeah.
King Louis. It was stupid.
For me, one of the biggest things that I hated was the fact that they absolutely nailed the Gaston song in the Beauty and the Beast live action version. They nailed it. And then
Except
Josh
for
Gad
that
ruined
one.
the ending.
Except for that one Josh Gad bit, yeah.
Why did you do that?
Oh, God.
And I have a similar opinion about Aladdin, but they've edited it out of the YouTube video. Or
Really?
they've shortened it a little bit. You know, Prince Ali,
Yes.
when Will Smith's singing it, and then they about to do the end, like the final chorus.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "We're waiting on you. We're waiting on you, big man.
Yeah.
We're not going until you go." And then he spends literally about 30 seconds deciding whether to put his hand down or something like that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why?
It was a bit...
Why?
It took you out of the song a little. It sort
Yeah.
of interrupted the flow of the song. But other than that, I thought they did that song really well.
I didn't like the lyric change when they said, "I heard your princess was hot. Where is she?"
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. I heard your princess was a sight lovely to see. And she goes, "Ugh," and then walks off. Not the whole misogyny. Storms off. I'm like, that was unnecessary.
Yeah, it was.
Free on graduation day with the students of his very first class.
And then she gets annoyed when she hears them arguing about who gets her hand. Not, I'm already annoyed because the song called me hot.
Yeah,
Want to cut it
that's
down
true.
now?
Yeah, I didn't like that change.
Encanto, Moana, Princess and the Frog. I'll give these three a chance again. I like hearing
Again.
positive things about Disney for once. Yeah, Coco's
some
definitely
people.
worth watching though.
Oh, Coco, that's Pixar, isn't it? Coco.
It might be.
Coco's Pixar.
I think I really like the ending of Coco
You, I'm all right now.
because they don't outright tell you
Better. It's very comforting
the thing that
talking to
happens at the end. You have to sort of work it out a little bit in your head. And then when you work it out and realise, you're like, oh, okay, that's pretty clever.
Yeah.
With the ladies. My wife's not
Jafar's too hot.
No, he is.
And he shouldn't be.
He was supposed to be an
He was supposed to be old.
ugly man.
You're
And
supposed to
they
take
made him
one look
young
at him and go,
good-looking.
God damn, you're a villain.
Yeah.
And that makes the joke funny when
Yeah,
he goes,
I
I'm an
didn't like
excellent
that.
judge of character.
Yeah, I didn't like that in Aladdin.
Like, they knew he looked like a villain and the Sultan was just blind.
But animated Jafar was hot. But he was an acquired taste.
What? It's the beard, isn't it?
Don't fret too much about the tree. Just
Get back to us on whether you like those
back to-
movies.
We'll expect a report on our desk.
Yeah.
I see he's not got in that.
Crab bread.
Crab bread.
They always give me food. It's great.
Right, guys. I walked past a restaurant the other day. Well, a fair while ago. I think it's Chinese. And there was an advertisement outside to be all like, we sell this. Come in and try it. And it was hairy crab.
Oh, yeah. It's not actually hair though, you know that.
Yeah, but for the people who don't know, because, you know, we're not in China, you walk by the window and you're like, try our delicacy, hairy crab. What are you going to think? You're going to think, do the Chinese love eating hairy crabs? You know what?
Yeah.
Not for me. I know it doesn't really mean hairy crab, but I still don't want to go because you've said I've got hairy crabs on the menu.
I got taken to a Chinese restaurant on a date once back when I was in uni.
Did he order hairy crabs?
No, chicken feet.
Did he have hairy crabs?
No, we didn't get that far.
I'm not blaming you, order chicken feet. Oh, did you make the joke?
What?
Did you say, what have you got? And he said chicken feet, and you went, yep. Then you have to say something like, do you lose your balance on those or something? That's the kind of thing I'd have been prepping in my head, ready to say.
Well, we'd gone to this, it was a proper Chinese restaurant, so the menu was all in Chinese, so I couldn't read any of it.
So you
so
just
he
saw the word
ordered
chicken
everything.
and thought, that's got to be.
So I was like, I don't know what any of this is, so I don't know what to order. And he was like, I'll just get a few things and we'll put it all on the table and we can just share it all. And I was like, okay, sounds good. And then they brought over chicken feet, a bunch of other things. When I looked at them and I was like, I can't eat that.
Looking at the Coco art makes me want to play the Dia de Muertos inspired Rayman levels.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can play to the sound of Eye of the Tiger played on a string guitar.
I love those levels.
Zootopia! How do we forget about that one?
Zootopia was great.
Zootopia.
I've had this problem in school.
I'm getting nervous though. Zootopia 2. I don't want it to suck.
Probably because of those interviews. Or the rumors online.
And whereas Disney Pixar sequels don't all suck, some of them have
Zootopia
been
wasn't
very weak.
Pixar, that was just Disney.
That's true. They tend to take sequels a bit more seriously nowadays. Maybe it'll be good.
Yeah,
You could say that.
I reckon they'll do a good job at it.
You know what movie I don't really consider to be like a classic? It's just alright.
To be as strong as I can.
Monsters University.
I want to train hard and
Just
feel
okay.
pride in my strength, but all I ever seem
It's
to
fine.
Yeah,
Didn't do anything wrong. It's just
Monsters Inc.
eh.
was great because it was such a clever idea.
real business.
Yes.
You only have so many
And then Monsters University sort of it wasn't as clever as the first one.
Hey, don't be like that.
Zootopia is one of those movies I am annoyed by just because it's everywhere.
Is it?
We're not interested.
I'm surprised because there's
I
like
don't know.
there's like 2 Minion movies or something. There's like 4 Despicable Me's and there's only one Zootopia movie.
Yeah.
But it's very good.
Yeah, Zootopia's good. It's another clever one.
Yeah. Monsters University has a good message. It gives Mike's line in ink. What about us? Hit harder with that context.
I did really like the ending of Monsters University.
Yeah, I remember that.
What? You want to call
Something that like
Quit trying to
it doesn't bother me, but I can't help but think of it. If something happened in university that was like noteworthy and like something that happened in their lives, they can't mention it in Monsters Inc. because when they wrote Monsters Inc. they didn't know they were going to make university.
Yeah,
They literally
exactly.
went to the human world in Monsters Inc. University. They got trapped in the human world for a bit
Yes.
and then don't bring it up because
No.
how can they? They didn't know. But like, goddamn. When they're talking to each other like, we've been through thick and thin. We went to the human world together.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And they can't mention it. Because it wouldn't make sense. How could they?
What, is he scared now?
See?
We tried watching that Monsters at Work series. I think we watched the first episode, didn't we?
We did. We didn't stick with it.
No.
But to be honest, I've stopped watching a lot of
I won't go all
things that we used to watch. We used to watch all the Marvel series.
It's gotta be a fair fight.
And we just kind of got bored of them.
I'll still watch the movies.
Yeah, but I can't be arsed with Echo and things like that.
But
I even fell off Moon Knight.
Yeah,
And we never finished Miss Marvel or whatever the series was called.
Moon Knight wasn't for me right from the very beginning. Of
What was the Marvel? Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel. I did like that
Is that
one.
what it's called?
Yeah.
High school students.
I did like that one.
We'll need your contact
And I don't care what anyone says, I like She-Hulk as well.
I liked it.
I thought it was funny. It wasn't supposed to be taken seriously. It was just funny.
It's exactly how the comics were, so I don't know how people are complaining.
Yeah.
Too much.
Just because it wasn't as serious as the others.
Yeah.
Moana 2 is out in November.
Although
It does look good.
I know it's not supposed to be taken seriously, so now that I know that, I'm not as bothered. But there were things that happened in She-Hulk where I was like, are they ever going to explain that?
Yeah, there were a couple of
What
things.
what happened at the very beginning? A plane just drove right in front of Hulk's car and made him crash.
Yeah.
Did we ever find out why? Who that was?
I can't remember.
Maybe in the last episode we did.
I want to watch the Agatha one that's coming out. Is that a series or a film?
Then
That's a
there's
film, right?
The woman in the end of the first episode who broke through the wall in the courtroom,
Yeah.
and she never faced justice for that. And she literally just committed a crime right in front of everyone's faces. And then for the rest of the series, she's beloved and narcissistic. And I'm like, she literally broke a wall down for no good reason. Are we not like, are there no cops in this show? They just forgot all about it from then on.
Just be careful.
I don't know.
Bad side, 'cause once you're on it,
Give it another shot. The first episodes are slow, but it picks up. That's the monsters at work.
Yeah, I want to watch that Agatha thing. I've seen a couple of the adverts, but I don't know. Is it a movie or is it a series?
What?
Agatha. The Agatha one. It was Agatha all along or something.
I'll treat you some other time.
I really want to see that. That looks good.
Ooh, is that not out yet?
I don't think so. Jai will know. Is it a movie or is it a series?
That's the sequel to
WandaVision.
WandaVision.
That's why I'm not sure whether it might be a series.
I gladly would have accepted like 3 series of WandaVision.
WandaVision was the best one.
Just drag it out for 3
Not
series.
a single one of the Marvel series has lived up to WandaVision yet.
Literally just drag
None
out
of
WandaVision.
I liked Loki, season 1.
Season 2 was okay to start with.
Season 2
it all
lost,
just got confusing.
Season 2 lost me a bit.
I didn't hate it.
honestly.
It was still alright.
I just found myself getting more and more confused, and I had to keep asking you what was going on.
I do like some of the stuff they did in season 2 that relates to the movies. And I'm hoping it leads to something in the future. Well, I guess we'll see. Agatha's a spin-off.
Yeah, but is it a movie or a
series? Probably a series. Is it not? Is it out yet?
I don't think so.
Is it not? I thought that's been ages.
It's the trailers have only just started coming out.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's a series. Okay, I do want to watch that one, but no, I couldn't get into Moon Knight.
I liked episode 1.
I didn't like.
And as soon as we got past episode 1, I was kind of done. I was like, the mystery episode was cool.
I didn't like the Winter Soldier one, but then I don't like Captain America and Bucky anyway, so I was never gonna like that.
That could have been good as like a buddy cop style kind of thing, which I guess it was trying to be, but it didn't really work for me.
No.
I'll be honest, I liked the original Captain America, and I liked him, the guy who is now Captain America. I liked him as he was.
Yeah.
He stood out.
Falcon, right?
In my opinion, if he got his own series, Falcon, and did Falcon things on its own, he could have carried it perfectly fine.
Just minus Bucky.
He was the best part about that series.
So dumb.
Yeah, he was.
You could tell he was actually like trying to become a main character. And if they'd let him, he probably could have been. But like, I don't know what it was. I just don't want it to be the new Captain America. If that happens in the comics, then whatever. What can you do?
Yeah.
They've got source material and they've got to work with it.
I quite liked the Marvels. Then again, to be honest, I've liked most of the movies. It's just the series that I can't find myself getting
The
into.
Marvels was hated.
I quite liked it.
I think a lot of
it was
people
fun.
disliked it.
Yeah, people disliked it for various reasons.
And I've got absolutely nothing against the whole... I'm guessing a lot of people were like, women.
Pretty much.
I've got no problem with that. This problem that I'm about to say pertains to Marvel in general. I think it's becoming really formulaic.
Yeah.
It's literally just, here's your hero, here's your villain. The hero looks like he's about to lose. The heroes fall out with each other. Then they all rise up together and win in the end.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we've seen this story how many times now? At least when you had like building up to Avengers, it seemed like different.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do agree there. I can see that. But also, people didn't like it simply because Brie Larson was in it and people don't like her.
Sorry.
And I don't know why.
Me neither, really. I think there were some interviews where she came across as a bit rude, but then that's been argued as well.
So it's not because she cuts her hair.
No, I don't think so.
Hello, Tentacles. The only personas in this run are Nathan and Gina. Hey.
What am I doing?
That movie felt super formulaic, but it was good watch. Yeah, it was alright.
Oh, wait.
I thought the whole alien cat thing was weird.
No, it was weird, but it was funny. It did make me laugh.
It felt like a Marvel movie that wasn't taking itself seriously in the similar way that the She-Hulk series wasn't taking itself seriously, and it was by design.
Yeah, exactly. But they're the ones I like. I like the sort of tongue-in-cheek, sort of less serious ones. They're usually my favourite ones.
My dying Marvel argument is Age of Ultron, the worst Marvel movie to date. You think so?
I'll be honest. Yeah, I don't think I'd have. I don't think I got too into that one.
Yeah, maybe. Brie Larson singing Black Sheep in Scott Pilgrim.
I can't seem to go to Tartarus.
I haven't seen Scott Pilgrim in so long I didn't even know she was in it.
Yeah, I've not seen that. They did an animated series of it recently, didn't they?
If they did, I didn't know, or I've not seen it. For Pixar, Elio in 2025.
Excellent.
Hoppers and Toy Story 5.
Ooh,
what's
what do these
Hoppers?
do?
Hoppers and Toy Story 5. What's Hoppers?
I don't know.
Is that a new one? Like a completely new one?
It's Pixar, so it must be.
Oh, okay. Is it about rabbits?
Probably. Incredibles 3?
I need to watch Incredibles 2 again.
I don't.
It was basically the... What's her name? Elastigirl movie.
Yeah.
Which I'm perfectly okay with.
I didn't hate it, but to be honest, I've always found Incredibles just a tiny bit overrated. It's good, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad movie.
Elastigirl?
Maybe.
You married
do you know
Elastigirl?
what? Maybe it's not that the first one is overrated. Maybe it's just because I had a little sister at the time and she had it on DVD and she watched it non-stop.
And got
busy. Maybe that affected how I view it.
I saw a video that was like things you might not have noticed and stuff in Disney movies and stuff.
Yeah.
They did Incredibles, and there's a scene, you know, when Bob finds out that Buddy is Buddy. He's like,
yeah,
Syndrome is Buddy.
Yeah.
And he said, like, I like the fact that there's no like realization in his head that you see visually on screen of him realizing it. He just goes, Buddy? And it's up to the viewer to remember his name.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
you do.
I like that.
But also, when Buddy flashbacks to the time when Bob told him to go home or fly home. I can fly now, and he goes, fly home, buddy.
Fly home, buddy.
When he flashbacks to that moment, as he says it, Bob is arresting Bon Voyage. He's putting the handcuffs on him, and he goes, fly home, buddy. In the flashback, Bon Voyage is not even there. He just looks at him and goes, fly home, buddy.
Oh.
And then it's like, to him, Syndrome was so up himself, he didn't even notice Bon Voyage was there.
Yeah, didn't even notice that he was busy.
He wasn't there to stop a villain, he was there to show off to Mr. Incredible.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't even acknowledge
I
Bon
hadn't
Voyage
even
was
thought
there.
of
It's
that, but
kind
that
of
is
thing.
clever.
Finding Nemo is better than Incredibles.
Agreed.
Agreed, I think. I can agree with that. Devil Baby is the only one I love. What? What's Devil Baby? Oh, the baby from Incredibles.
Yeah.
I recommend reading the series of Scott vs. the World. It's good.
It's a comic, isn't it? Is it a comic?
I thought it was manga.
No, because I don't think it's Japanese. Scott Pilgrim
No,
is
but I
Japanese.
thought they just made the manga style book for it because it was inspired by it. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe it's both.
I think it's just a comic.
Maybe it's both now. Well, it's probably a manga after the show.
Don't worry, I'll follow whatever order.
I want to know how Honey looks. If she doesn't have a bee-based power or bee-based costume, I'll be sad. Who's Honey?
And is that someone in that's going to be in Incredibles 3?
Oh, I don't know.
Right. Let's try this with Akihiko and with healing.
Honestly, Jai, we'll probably end up watching all of them.
Yeah, we'll probably watch them all.
Most likely we'll end up watching all of those.
We tend to go and watch the Disney ones, to be honest. We used to go and watch the Marvel ones whenever they came out as well, but it's a bit
I'm telling you
not
what
as
now.
easy nowadays.
All right.
Did you save it?
I did.
I'm telling you what now. If Toy Story 5 doesn't absolutely blow my mind and my socks shoot off my feet in sheer impressiveness, then Toy Story's dead to me.
I'll be honest, Toy Story 5 might be the only one there that I wouldn't be sad not to see at the cinema. I would be more than happy just to wait for that one to be on Disney Plus. Personally, I'll go and see it if we go. Like, I'm not going to sit out. But if we don't have time to see it, I'm not going to be sad.
Speaking of Disney Plus, Inside Out 2 is going on Disney Plus on the 25th.
Soon. It's still on cinema.
It's crazy.
So it's
going to go from cinema straight to Disney
Plus.
Plus.
No time in between at all.
I guess that's just how the things are now.
Yeah.
No waiting for the Blu-ray or DVD anymore, like the old days. I have terrible news for you about Toy Story 5. What?
Is Buzz going to be even more stupid?
Is it going to be even more pointless to the whole movie?
You resist that, you fool. Poison it, please.
Yeah, Toy Story 4 made too much money, so obviously Toy Story 5 makes sense. They're going to keep going till it starts making money.
Oh yeah, they will.
It's just a shame that 3 had such a perfect ending.
3 had the perfect ending.
Hello, JJ.
Hey, JJ.
Hey, he resists that. That's good.
We have seen Chicken Run 2. I thought it was funny.
I liked it. I don't like the changes they made to Rocky, but what can you do?
Yeah, he became a bit of a bumbling idiot.
Paralysed. Whoa, you see his skeleton when it zaps his thing. Whoa. That's kind of cool.
Stop missing!
To be fair, have you ever tried to punch a bird?
No, I can't say I have.
I should hope not. Otherwise, I was about to call Peter on you. And he's a big dude. He'd have punched you right back.
Yeah, Toy Story 5 is... yeah, I'm not that fussed about going to watch that one.
Is that the superior damage bow and arrow?
No.
Or is that the poison one?
No, I think it is, actually.
Because that damage was pathetic compared to most others.
I might see...
So it might be worth sticking with the poison one after all.
I wonder if I can switch in battle. Stop! What?
He's trying to punch a bird, Gina. Is it worth going for the weaker ones first? Because if they've got less HP, maybe you'll get one dead soon.
Are they weaker?
You'd think so, because they're more common too.
You say that, but I've got it down quite a bit.
I mean, not now. I mean, like, if this fails, start again and try and go for the weaker ones. Because if you can get one dead sooner, that's less attacks they get on you overall. I had a friend who accidentally punched a sequel. Seagull.
Sequel.
Not a sequel. I hate Frozen 2.
I heard a story from some podcasters that I watched about someone accidentally punching a seagull.
How many people have accidentally punched sequels, and how is this so common?
In this one, the seagull came like to the side, and I think they said that he didn't realise what it was, so he just sort of instinct just sort of went like that, and ended up punching the seagull into a cafe, the open door of a cafe, and then just sort of.
From the inside, it looks like you just unleashed a seagull in the cafe on purpose.
And you can see through the window everyone just freaking out because the seagull was flying around the cafe.
It's funny because to everyone this would have all happened so fast.
Yeah. I don't know if you can change. No, I think we're stuck with it.
FF10 better game. What can you say? Evidence is right there.
She didn't do bad damage, to be fair.
No, but if she had poisoned it, more damage overall would have happened.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then she could have started targeting the other two to potentially get poison on them.
Yeah, it had raised its evasion. That's why I kept missing.
Got you.
Snooping can't get up.
No snooping.
Yori's in a bad spot.
This is not looking good. And this Junpei's not paralyzed anymore.
Let's use this.
You eat that sequel like a Pokemon. You have a multi-heal.
Yeah. I need to use him to get the damage in because he does the most.
Right, you got one dead.
This'll do the trick.
Goodness.
No side effect. Good.
It looks like you might win this after all.
Might be okay now that we've got the
Okay.
extra person.
They've got more
but-
HP than I thought.
Yeah. Oh dear.
You've been knocked down.
Yes, we have.
I think she knows.
Yeah, we're aware.
She
it happened to
noticed.
me.
Retaliate.
Avengers 5 changing its villain from Kang to Doctor Doom. I mean, who even is Kang? It's a name I've heard of, but I think of The Simpsons when I hear Kang.
Yeah, same.
And the first episode they were ever in had the best joke ever. I'm Kang, and this is my sister, Kodos. Hello. I've completely forgotten who Marvel Kang even is. He was in Loki Season 1 as the big bad. Oh, that guy, okay. He would have been an okay villain in general, I guess.
Oh,
Oh, hey.
wait. They're weak to that. Oh, thank God.
Oh, Gina. Ah.
What?
If only we'd known that from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, no. I can only do that after the first one was dead because the first one wasn't weak to that.
No, the all-out attack I know, but you could have dropped them both.
Yeah, could have done.
Would that have made them skip turns at all?
You won. Now let's move on.
Yeah, I think it
And
might
then you
have
could
made
have
him
saved
skip
on healing
one.
items? That's content.
Well, now we know. We see those birds again. They're weak to the bow.
I didn't know if you wanted to redo the fight and then being all like, now that we know that, let's save those healing items kind of thing, or I don't know.
I don't know because I don't think they skipped that many turns. I don't think it would have made that much difference.
Oh, I think
Not
in every
enough
single
to-
one of her turns she'd have got dropped them both. I don't know.
I suppose so, but I don't know if they actually always skip a turn when they're dropped.
Okay.
I think the whole point of them being dropped, you do get another turn, I guess. They do more damage on them quicker.
I'm just spitballing. I don't know the game enough.
I mean, I don't know. You do these challenges more than me, so.
I'm always content-minded when I do them. I literally missed a quick time event in an FF10 fight and reset it because I was like, no, because now my damage isn't optimal and I know I can hit it. But that's just me.
I suppose I could retry it.
It's up to you.
Now that we know that, let's have a look.
Oh yeah, he was in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Who?
The dude who was supposed to be the villain of the Avengers 4. But they were like, nah, get Robert Downey Jr. back. But he's dead. Make him someone new. Doctor Doom.
Multiverse.
He wears a mask in Doctor Doom. So people will be like,
Haven't we had a Doctor Doom?
yeah, but it wasn't MCU, it was the Fantastic Four movie.
Oh.
Because he's a Fantastic Four villain.
It was. Oh, stop it! This controller's.
Oh, because of Xbox.
It keeps. Yeah, it keeps going to the. To
Oh,
the
is it
right.
drifting?
Yes, it bloody is.
Oh.
Every single Xbox controller we've had has ended up with something wrong with it. Every single one.
Apparently you don't get another term, and it wouldn't make too much difference as she likes to miss.
Well, I might be able to drop them. She gets extra damage in, which could still be helpful because she gets an extra turn.
Even if we save one healing item, it's not been for nothing.
Yeah.
It's a shame you don't have anything you can hit the bird's weakness with, because then you could drop them all.
Yeah. But I know what I might do is just hit these two with her and have everyone else go in on the one in the middle.
Could do, or if they're going to get dropped, then again, no.
You won't be able to get an all-out attack unless you drop everyone.
And we don't have anything that's the bird's weakness, do we?
Not the middle one, no. So drop them, and then she can get an attack on the bird. So she gets an extra 2.
Okay, so they get
Pretty
up and
much
still
all the
take a
time.
turn.
As long as she hits, she gets an extra 2 attacks.
That's a fair point.
So still worth
So it is optimizing damage more so than before.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the original game, you could stun lock enemies by dropping them every time. In Reload, there's a status called Dizzy that you need to inflict by hitting them again while they're down, otherwise no turn skip. That makes sense because then, if you wanted to cause a Dizzy effect, you wouldn't be able to hit a target, then a different target,
Yeah.
and then Dizzy them both. You'd have to then pick one.
Yeah.
So if you wanted, you could drop them both, then hit one of them, and that one would skip its turn. If you wanted.
I don't know if that happens in this one.
That's what they just said. Reload, there's a status called Dizzy you need to inflict by hitting them again while down. So if you hit one of those two now, they get Dizzy, and then that one skips a turn.
Just gotta...
Never mind. Maybe it's a chance. And again, that one stayed down.
That one did, but that's
turn's
not the
coming
one I
around.
hit.
Right, okay. In that case, maybe do what you were doing.
What I was going to say is the good thing is if I get both of them down and then someone happens to get a critical hit on this middle one, that's all of them down.
Yes, a critical hit drops them as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. That's worth attempting. That's the only way you're going to get an all-out attack on these, all three of them at once, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. No crit. Shame.
No.
If it happened, it'd be amazing. Gilmore Girls is goated.
It is.
Snooping as
I'll give
usual,
you that.
is that a Sonic reference? I don't know. The name is Snooping as usual because that's our name.
I don't know if it is.
Someone suggested it.
Someone in the chat told us to name him that, so we did.
Alright, in that case, the person who gave us that idea made a Sonic reference, maybe. Oh,
That's
apparently
fine.
Dizzy has a chance to occur, not guaranteed.
Okay.
Have you used any healing items yet?
Not yet. And I'd used loads at this point before.
So this is optimally... Oh, you cow.
I need to heal Junpei now, though.
Probably got to heal himself, yeah. Rox has suggested it. Was it a Sonic reference? Snooping as usual.
Oh!
Akihiko.
He's raised his thingy in it. Oh no, she needs healing. Flipping it. That's still only 2 that I've used though. I used loads in the
You
previous.
used an
I used a
AoE
fair
heal last
few.
time.
I did.
If we can get away without doing that
I haven't
this time.
needed to so far.
Don't you miss. Don't you miss. Don't you miss.
Oh,
What did I just say?
She missed that one.
Stupid.
Yes.
Alright, now all-out attacks can occur when her turn comes back around.
Just in
I was
case you
about to
got
say,
a crit.
if one of them was Dizzy, does that mean that they can't dodge? Not
Yeah, I
Dizzy, but
suppose
like
so,
if he's down.
probably.
That means Akihiko could have punched the one that's down and then he never would have missed. Assuming he has no
didn't miss
accuracy.
anyway.
No, he didn't. Oh. All-out attack it is.
Yeah, this has gone loads better.
When I first saw this in like Persona 3 or 4, whichever the first one I saw, I thought it was hilarious.
3. I remember you laughing about it actually.
Because the very first thing I saw happen was you hit an enemy, you dropped it, you hit another enemy, you dropped it, you hit another enemy, you dropped it, all
Yep.
with the same character, and then everyone rushed in and just started stomping the crap out of it. And I was like, is this a turn-based JRPG or not? Because it looks like you just broke all the rules of a turn-based JRPG, and you got 3 turns in a row, and then everyone rushed in and started kicking the crap out of it.
Yep.
As you would do in real life if you were fighting for your life. I thought it was hilarious. In an animated Sonic series, Robotnik says the line, but it sounds more like Snooping as usual, I see.
Oh.
Which then got turned to a meme of Robotnik saying Pingus. Because it sounds like a separate word when he says it. Snoopingus as usual? Snooping as usual. That's it.
Didn't need that. Sell it. That's annoying.
It is an Adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog name reference. People are going to think we know Sonic now.
They
People
are.
be like, we
aren't they?
named him Snooping as usual. And everyone's going to be all like, ha, funny Sonic meme. And they're going to be like, where's the Sonic challenges? And I'm going to be like, nowhere. Because
Nowhere.
there's literally no good 3D Sonic game going at me. Sonic Frontiers is passable. Is that Sega texting you? Being like, excuse me, we heard that.
What did you say?
Heard you was talking about our game. You only play good platformers. Alright, I'll be honest. I've not played every good platformer. I've played some bad ones.
Yes.
Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations are good. I've not played them, so I can't judge. But I have seen them, and they look very similar to all the other 3D Sonic games I've seen and played. Like Sonic 06, Sonic Boom.
Good morning.
You played a demo of Sonic Heroes. I think Sonic Heroes is overrated. I think it's surviving on nostalgia alone. If Sonic Heroes came out now, people would hate it.
What was that one we played?
I hated Sonic Unleashed. I've played it, I hated it.
What was the one we played at like midnight when it came out?
Sonic Mania.
That's it.
You know, a good Sonic game.
Yeah, but that's because it was just the old game. Remastered, weren't it?
That's what I just said. Not remastered, it was a new one.
Oh, was it?
It was like a sequel.
Oh.
It was basically what Sonic 4 should have been.
Running a little silly.
Now, it did reintroduce some old levels, but they were redesigned and moved around.
Take as long as you need.
It was basically like the greatest hits of Sonic, 2D Sonic.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it was. Sonic Mania is tied to Forces, don't give me that. In Forces, you can control your own created character and use a flamethrower.
What are you looking for? That what you want? Alright then.
So if Sega want to spin it so that they're tied together to increase Forces sales, which didn't work, then that's on there.
How many? Sure now. Alright. I'll take that.
So as far as I remember, and as far as I've looked up, Sonic Forces sold abysmally.
Oh, I can't sell the cards.
What's the cards?
So there's a card I picked up that teaches you Miragi. You can't sell them.
Oh.
So that was a waste of 2. What's it?
All done here? Come back soon.
I don't mind open world Zelda, but prefer the old formula. I've only played 3 Legend of Zelda games. Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. I got bored of Tears of the Kingdom. And the only thing I liked about Breath of the Wild were the giant mechanical animals that you can go inside of.
I still never played a Zelda game.
The open world aspect of Breath of the Wild bored me, but when I got inside one of those creatures, I was having fun. I was like, this is good stuff. I feel like if I played a Legend of Zelda game that was like down the middle, relatively modern, so it's got the quality of life improvements and the control improvements, a la not Ocarina of Time, but something not open world, so like Twilight Princess or something, then maybe I'd really enjoy it.
This ghost story about.
And I know that there is one on the Switch. I think it's Twilight Princess. They've remastered it, haven't they? And they removed some of the really annoying stuff that was on the Wii version. As far as I've read.
You got it.
Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are the only open world games I like, and Horizon.
Good evening.
There's only one open world game I think I like. That's Elden Ring. And even
I
then,
don't remember this.
Strange things in this world.
maybe it's new.
Late at night.
Oh yeah,
No, I
Skyward
mean,
Sword.
as in I'm playing it casually right now and I've got past this and I don't remember this.
And devours
Is it optional?
caught in its grasp.
No, it just happened.
They've not ported Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. Oh, okay, so it's Skyward Sword I'm thinking of then.
Anyway, he said to me, "Hey, Iori."
So maybe Skyward Sword's worth me giving a try. It might be expensive still because Nintendo. Twilight Princess is my favourite Zelda game. I've watched some gameplay of that one. Is that the one where it's set like in the sky? And you're living on floating islands?
On the night before the incident, I told him I don't believe it, not even for a second. That girl.
Oh, that's Skyward Sword.
Ain't the type to go
Oh, okay.
at night, but witness A.
Horizon was really good. I loved Horizon.
Twilight Princess is OOT 2.0, Ocarina of Time 2.0.
You've got to play both Horizon games though, because the story was much better in the first, but they improved the gameplay in the second.
Yeah, I 1000% couldn't do a second playthrough of Breath of the Wild. Absolutely not. I struggled to finish the game the first time.
Yes, there truly are some strange
So,
things in this world. Believe it.
some of the clever stuff on Breath of the Wild is that there's a level where you're on a giant flying bird that's flying through the open world, and it's literally a bird, like it's got wings outspread, but you can go inside it like it's a building because it's a mechanical bird.
Yeah.
And it has weight to it, so if you walk on one side, it slightly leans because it weighs, but you can also move objects. So if you move like a heavy object, like a block to stand on, it slowly starts to weigh the bird that way. And then every object in the room just starts sliding that way. And you gotta try and solve puzzles while she's like doing that kind of stuff.
Alright, okay.
And it's some clever stuff. There's a giant mechanical elephant, and you can do stuff inside its body that makes its mechanical body rotate, which makes all the platforms obviously rotate 90 degrees. And then that makes certain other locations reachable, because you can now platform your way over it now that it's rotated. And this is all happening on an elephant that's walking through the open world all at the same time. It's clever stuff. And that's the only parts of the games I liked. As soon as I was actually in the open world, I was well bored. I hate the fact that you have to, like, eat stuff all the time to keep your stamina going, or whatever it was. I hate the fact that you have to find certain clothes to be able to survive in certain weathers.
Yeah.
Just don't like any of that stuff. Maybe I'll give Skyward Sword a go one day, but I don't know. I'm kind of limiting myself in terms of challenge runs, because there's nothing Nintendo that I could do anything on. I've got no knowledge on any Nintendo property enough
No.
to do any challenge run on it.
Ooh.
And I've not completed very many Nintendo first-party games at all.
Back just as I
Mario 64.
How have you been?
Years and years ago. That might be all I've got. No, I did beat Odyssey. I beat Mario Odyssey.
Nice. Come on.
I didn't get all the moons, I just got to the end.
In another week, the moon will be full again. The next ordeal.
I know Bates and Kaitos. It's like a card-based JRPG made by Monolith Soft. Who are the people who made Xenoblade, which has been remastered for the Switch. So I know of that game, I just haven't played it. Yes, I have tried Xenoblade. I enjoy it. I messed myself up a little bit though. I played Xenoblade 2. And it's the best Xenoblade game. In my opinion. And then I played 1. And whereas I was enjoying it, the quality of life improvements in number 2 was so good that it made playing 1 feel a bit like a slog. Which is a shame because I was enjoying what I played. And it got to the point where I just had to look up the story and find out what happened.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't play it anymore. It was just really annoying because I really enjoyed what I did see. But the gameplay, I just hated it. The fact that you have to press left and right to scroll through a menu of options for every single battle. And then you have to like find the ones that aren't on cooldown, and you could probably rearrange them maybe, but I fell out with it. The gameplay. Because the 2 was so good. 2 has too many characters. Maybe? The annoying thing about 2 is that some of the, what do they call them, blades? Like the people creep, the things that you can summon. The blades, is that what they're called? Are they called blades? Am I getting that wrong? I need someone to tell me if I'm getting it wrong. The blades, yes. There are too many blades, yes, you're right. That was my least favourite part about it. But the actual main characters, they're my favourite in any Xenoblade game. Noah in Xenoblade 3 is as cookie cutter as you can possibly get when it comes to JRPG protagonists, I feel. He's a good character, and in terms of like he's a good person, but he's just that all the way through the game. Rex is a great main character because he doesn't know what he's doing and he has to try and learn as he goes, and that makes you relate to him a bit more, I feel. I do think Xenoblade 2 is very fanservice-y, too fanservice-y. Goes way overboard. And Xenoblade 3 fixed that a bit. A bit, not completely. Yeah, I prefer 2. Mia, one of my favourite characters in the game. You talk about a character arc, Mia. She started off as a cow.
I understand their reasoning.
Yeah, the 2 girls in the second one, and then they fuse together to make a third girl, and it's like, oh god. They really have to be wearing next to nothing at all times, and they have to look like that. A fun challenge with Xenoblade 2. Never use a blade. Is that even possible? Only balls? Pardon?
The rumor about cutting down the persimmon tree was true. So we went to the school together to say
What are balls in that game?
Unfortunately, that just
I can't tell if this is a serious suggestion or not.
the day our son died.
Yeah, they probably turned up the fan service dial for that one.
Dear, if you keep crying all the time, then what'll your admirers think? Right?
Oh my, don't make
Balls are blades a blade weapon. Oh right, got you. Honestly, I need to find limit break equivalents in RPGs now, because that seems to be the unique concept we've landed on. You're about ready to save. I'm sensing it off you.
No, I've never played these games you're talking about, so I don't.
Oh.
I can't contribute.
Xenobladeless. If you could do no blades, that'd be like somewhat interesting, I guess. But
Welcome back.
no mutation. Is that fried bread in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? Not a fan of fried bread.
Oh no, I hate fried bread.
I don't get the appeal.
It's gross. Just oily.
Yeah.
Very greasy.
We are doing one social link, Luigi, to get the Twilight fragments.
Yep.
That's the only purpose for it.
Fragments.
So it's just the old people in that
They're the
library.
easiest. They're the easiest because you can go there most days. And yeah, it's just the easiest social link to level up quickly.
And every other, or every social link otherwise, the only benefit is to make your personas better?
Yeah, and obviously, well, it's for when you're fusing. Actually, there is one other social link that would be easier, but I don't like him.
Who's him?
The guy in the class, he's basically one of the... I think it is the first social link that you unlock,
But
actually.
if it makes the challenge easier...
Well, I've already got them to level 6 now.
Oh,
so.
okay. I thought maybe you could do both.
Well, if I need to do another one, then I'll...
What's a
do him, I
Twilight
guess.
fragment? Are you playing the Reload version, Tantacles? Because it is exclusive to that version.
Yeah.
They're basically used to unlock chests in Tartarus. But you need a certain amount to unlock certain chests. Maybe a challenge run for Xenoblade 3 where you tried to beat the game with everyone on the same exact class.
Are they like, can you... Oh. Sorry. Can you change the classes in that in a similar way that you can in 10.2? Is that
So
how that would be?
in Xenoblade, every character has their default class,
Okay.
but eventually you can switch any character to be any class. And the idea is that each character levels up their class, and 10 is the max level. Once you hit level 10 in a class with a certain character, that character just won't get stronger with that class anymore.
Right.
So the idea is to switch them to a different class, so they can level up that one to 10, then the next one to level that one to 10. And when you learn abilities in classes, when you max it to level 10, you can then mix and match the abilities. So you can have a different class's ability that you've mastered, even though you're in a different class.
Oh, okay.
And that way, the more classes you maximize, the more diverse you can make your ability loadout, I guess. That's the purpose of doing it. But also, you have to diversify your classes, because you need a healer, you need a quick person, a strong person.
Like with any game where you have
gunner.
different classes, I guess.
So if someone's on level 10 on a class, and the only other class you can swap them to is a class that you've already got an abundance of, then you kind of need to mix things around everywhere else. And also, you have to meet characters in the story who are like a gunner, for example, and then you have to gain affinity points with that character by doing like their side quests and stuff. And then when you get enough affinity with that character, you can then start using their class, because it's like they give you their guns, and you can start using the gunner class because you've met a gunner in the story, and the whole game works like that.
My apologies.
And it's an open world game 3 essentially as well, almost open world style wise. So for the Switch, Xenoblade 3 is quite impressive in that respect. There's a lot of characters in Xenoblade 3, a lot of characters, so many. But they all kind of have a purpose, so it's kind of hard to hate it. But I will admit, sometimes you'll play a certain class with a certain character and you'll really like it. And you're like, I like this class. The abilities are really cool. The combinations you can do are really cool. And then you'll max it on level 10 and be like, well, I've got a swap. But I like this class.
Yeah, that does sound annoying.
That happened to me quite a few times, and it's like, oh. There's a class where you have like 2 lightsabers, like 2 little mini like dagger sabers. I can't remember what it's actually called. But I remember really liking that class. Hey, Twilight Fragment. And then when I maxed it out, I was sad. I can't tell if you like Xenoblade 3.
I don't know. I have heard you talk about it a lot.
It might be a bit too sci-fi for you, maybe.
Really?
It's not super sci-fi, but it's got like there are like robots and stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard to decide because it's like Edgar's House of Fortunes. What? Who's Edgar? And why has he got a House of Fortunes? Do you attack while moving in 3? I think you do, right? I saw you do that. Oh no, sorry, I thought you were talking about this game. Sorry. Do you attack while moving in 3? I think you do auto attack, but you have to initiate it. Unless you go up to an enemy and actually press the button to start fighting, I don't think the character's auto attack. I think even if an enemy is attacking you, because it aggroed towards you, unless you press the press the A button to start the fight, you won't attack back. It might auto attack. I think it might. After you press the button. You don't want to attack while moving in 2. Yes, you're right, Persona 3 Pro. That is the one I'm talking about. I thought it was really cool. And what's annoying is Silver Lady, I forgot her actual name, but Silver Lady is like the one and only exception to the rule of they've got rid of the fan service so far for my playthrough. Because it was like, oh, there's no fan service in this game, and then she turns up and it's like, oh, never mind, there's got a little bit of it. Okay.
There has to be a bit.
Yes, I'm talking like her boob is bigger than her head.
Jesus. I don't know where am I supposed to... Am I supposed to go somewhere specific to find out this information?
Windows.
Because because I feel like I've spoken to everyone in the school that has a bubble above their head.
What information are you after?
We're supposed to be finding out about this rumour about a ghost. But nobody's really said anything of use so far, so... Am I supposed to be finding something out, or...?
Don't know. They got solar panels, wind turbines. Very efficient. Is this for the storyline? Or is this for a social link? Or?
Yeah, I think it introduces the next character. The next party member. No, I don't remember either. I must not have got... I thought I'd got further than this in my casual playthrough, but I must not have, because I don't remember doing this.
Or
so
that
I must have
cutscene with the
stopped
torch.
just before. Yeah, I didn't see that. I reckon it just feels like I have, because I have been doing the social links. So it feels like I've progressed more when really I haven't. I've just been playing longer.
Because you've taken longer to do stuff you're not doing in this
exactly.
playthrough. Yeah.
So I think I have actually officially gotten further in this than I have in my casual playthrough. But now I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
You're not wrong, Bearcat. There's fan service that I hate in One Piece as well.
Quest?
What's her name? The pink-haired woman in One Piece in the Dressrosa arc. You know, the woman who wears nothing for no good reason. Can't remember her name. Is it Viola's daughter? Is that who it was? The one who's trying to rescue her dad? Rebecca, thank you. Absolutely hated that. Her backstory and her character and her motivations are all top notch. So why is she wearing a couple of quarters and a string? What?
I think I sort of noticed that about One Piece around the time. It might have been one of the reasons that I stopped watching. Because there wasn't that much fan service in the beginning.
No.
And then there was a time skip and all of a sudden Nami came back with massive boobs.
So what's the point?
And I was just like, I think I'm out.
Welcome back.
Dressrosa made me finally go manga. Can't watch One Piece in its current state. I mean, I'm still trying.
Well done.
I nearly got turned off with Wano. I very nearly stopped because of Wano.
I see.
But people convinced me to persevere. And I'm glad I did because the ending was cool.
Maybe I don't have to do anything. Maybe this is just...
I sure did.
Really?
I think I've just got to...
Oh, Draco Thorpe, you're not gonna get any disagreement from Gina. Am I making a mistake by giving Phoenix Rising a chance?
Oh, I love that game.
Yep, you should probably
Love
play
it.
it.
I platinumed it.
You did? How many
It's
platinums do you have?
Not many. There's not many games that I will, like, specifically go for the platinum trophy on, but I did with that one.
This is a weird timeline when you're looking forward to live action One Piece more than the anime. Yeah, I'm looking forward to season 2.
I liked the live action series. I thought it was quite good.
I got a little bit concerned with One Piece introducing too many crew members now. Because now there's Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Chopper, Nami, Frankie, Brook, Nami, Robin, Jinbei.
You said Nami.
Jinbei. There's 9. Is that 9 members of the Straw Hats now?
I'm looking forward.
I did say Nami. You're right. Did I say Usopp?
Are you
No.
That's 10 members. That's a lot of main characters.
Yeah, that is quite a lot.
I don't like it when certain main characters of One Piece don't get to shine. Because it almost becomes the Luffy show. Yeah, that's true. From the start, Luffy was like, I only want like 9 or 10. And then he's gone on to have 10 total. It's pretty... I like that. But like... I don't like how just... Sometimes it feels like Luffy just solves all our problems. I'm like, I want someone to help.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
When they fought Moira... and Shadow Moira or whatever... it took all of them. Luffy gets the final blow, whatever, but it took all their help to win. And I was like, that's pretty cool. But then it was like... and Zoro was helping against Kaido, which is cool. But then he moved on to something else. I'll tell you who I think is getting gypped. Sanji. I really like Sanji, and I hate that he's getting gypped almost every series.
I always liked Sanji, and I always liked Zoro as well. They were my favourites.
Zoro's really cool, and he's getting a lot of screen time, and he gets a lot of wins in fights, and he gets a lot of the fights, even against the main villain sometimes. He's definitely treated as the second in command kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think he's got the highest bounty of any character who doesn't have a devil fruit. I think that's the accolade he's got going. I think. But Sanji's strong and has cool abilities, and his character can be cool. But I hate the fact that he seems to get beaten up a lot, or he'll do something cool but then immediately undo it by just having a nosebleed at a naked woman. Or he'll get distracted because the enemy he's fighting is a female, so he doesn't dare hit her. It happens all the time, and I'm getting sick of it.
He kind of reminds me of Johnny Bravo. How he is with women.
Here was the big thing for me where it finally went too far. In the 1-0 arc, he heard a woman scream in the distance, and he was like, "Go on without me. I'm going to go this way and help out over here." And he said this to Luffy whilst Luffy was going to the main villain, and I was like, "Oh, cool!" So I'm just going with him to help him. You know, he hears a woman scream, and then he goes there, and it was a trap, and he gets kidnapped by a woman villain, who he doesn't dare hit. So he just sits there taking the beating, and then eventually he screams for help. Because the whole episode is about him like not daring to scream for help because he's like, no, I don't have to do, I don't need help, but I don't dare hit her. And then finally he just goes, no, I can't do this. I have to just swallow my pride. Help me! I'm trapped. And then Robin finds him and saves him and defeats that villain. And then it's supposed to be all like, see, toxic masculinity is not a thing. If men need help, they can say help. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But this woman's beating the hell out of you. Kick her in the face. You're stronger than she is. Just kick her in the goddamn face. I'm getting really annoying. It's getting annoying.
Yep, that's right.
I'm guessing these, by the way.
They all got in with a bang, and we're always outlaid. Considering they all ended up the same way, it can't just be a coincidence.
You read through everything till the time skip. There are 10 Straw Hat members and Jinbei's the most recent. I like Jinbei.
What? Field research?
Yep. There's one place
I also like Trafalgar Law. I think he's really cool.
Whoa, hang on. You're not talking about that spot behind Port Island Station, are you?
Oh, you know about
Trafalgar Law post time skip is even better as well. Actually, was he even in it before the time skip? I can't remember. Basically, as the show's gone on, Trafalgar Law's gotten stronger, and I think that's pretty cool. Some of the stuff he can do. God, I have to actually allow that.
Yeah.
It's not just moral code to never hit a woman. Yeah, but it's literally putting him and his friends in danger to do so when the villain is a woman.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that's cool. Like, your moral code of never hitting a woman is more important than you potentially having your friends get beaten up by a woman villain and yourself. Like, he needs to overcome that. And I thought the time skip made him overcome that.
I guess I don't have a choice, do I?
But no. It still becomes a pretty consistent thing.
Ew. Oh, I keep meaning to
Can you ban terms in the word cheap
I was
fuel
about
as
to
a
say,
term?
I was about to say, I keep meaning to do that. I knew there was something I needed to do on Twitch before we started, and I couldn't remember what it was. It
You
was
get
that.
a prize from Yukari for answering these correctly. Not a big prize, but it's something.
Oh, well, I did. I didn't mean to, but I did.
Time skip made it worse.
It's a healing item. Nice.
I kind of like that the time skip seemed to help everybody. It just didn't seem to help him. Character-wise. Like, Usopp got a bit braver. A bit. And a bit stronger, physically. Like, he worked out. Because he wanted to be actually useful to his friends. Nami became a better fighter, kind of. Although she's even better now that she's got Zeus. Chopper became kind of a mascot. So this is what I mean. I want everyone else to help out. I don't want it to become the Luffy show. And in the Wano arc, whereas everyone was fighting somebody, Chopper turned into a giant deer creature, which he can do now, and still maintain his sanity, which I like, because it means that if there's a big enemy, he can fight it. But he did so for a couple episodes, then went back to being a doctor, and just started making medicine again. And I was like, oh, I wanted him to defeat a villain properly, you know. I don't know, I'm overthinking things, maybe. I'm guessing that's what's happened in Dragon Ball Z. Oh yeah, it's become the Saiyan show. They need to make a new Dragon Ball movie with only the Earthlings. Get Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin to save the day.
Alright, it's time.
Shouldn't we talk about this some more? I still think this is a bad idea. How are you scared of ghosts, but totally fine with this?
Cause stuff you can't see is way creepy.
Yeah, that doesn't stay a thing, Katsuta, thankfully. I don't really know why that was a thing. It doesn't stay a thing.
Big deal. So it's
But I do think Frankie could help more and doesn't, and they could easily write it in so that he does. I hate Frankie's new design. Hate it. Post timeskip, Frankie's new design, hate it. He went from a guy who had metal plates put into his body surgically to now he's just a robot. Hate it. Preferred it as it was.
God, they're following me now.
Robin's powers have gotten better in my opinion. She's gotten stronger. Not only can she make limbs come out of things, she can make like the limbs any size. So she can make a giant leg come out of the ground and just stomp on everyone and stuff. Pretty cool. Oh, and she can make a version of her own body come out that's like it's naked, but it's Ken dolled kind of thing all over. But she can make it have like devil wings that are like her hands coming out of her back that form the shape of wings, so it looks like a big devil. That was pretty cool. I'm glad Bleach came back. Never watched Bleach. I think I watched episode 1.
Yeah, I never watched that.
We don't need your permission to be here.
Nor Naruto.
I watched the first series of Naruto, and I stopped when they introduced Gaara. For no particular reason, I just took a break and never went back. And people keep telling me that Gaara is like the best villain, and I should have carried on watching. And maybe I should have.
No, I never. I think I remember catching one episode that was on like Nickelodeon or whatever it was on at the time. But I never really watched it.
Frankie is Super, but I just would rather he stayed original Super, not new Super. We don't talk about the current state of Naruto. I know he's got a son called Boruto now.
That's enough.
Boruto, something like that. Guy from the other day. That's his name. That's funny.
Think you are, dumbass? They're not walking out of this. You want some too?
That hurt less because he's got a hat on. I think it'd be funny if he slowly took the hat off first. Oh, actually, he's got a metal thing on his hat.
Yeah, true.
Maybe he does that on purpose.
He headbutted them without even taking his hands out of his pockets.
Is he a playable character?
Yeah.
Does he headbutt the enemies? Please.
I can't remember, but I don't think so.
Are his weapons just hats with metal, different like variations of metal plates on the front? And you can get like spiked ones, studded ones. That'd be so funny. Then he could have a joke weapon that's got like a clown flower on it, and when he headbutts him, it just squirts water.
I remember you. You guys were in Aki's room at the hospital.
Just still in the golden age of good Naruto.
Go home.
To be fair, I was watching the dub, and Naruto's voice does kind of grate on you after a while.
Sorry, but there's something we need to know before we leave.
I stopped caring for Naruto when it became kaiju fights. Oh, I'd hate that too.
Aki tell you to come here?
Yeah, no thanks.
Well, what do you want to know? Is this about that ghost story?
His hat isn't his weapon, sadly.
Yes, that's right.
But it does headbutt during his crit melee attack. Alright,
Nice.
that's better than nothing. And at that point, his hat becomes a weapon.
Talking shit every night. They'd brag about all the stuff they did to some girl named Yamagishi.
Yamagishi? You mean Fuka Yamagishi from 2E? They were picking on her?
That's why people are saying it's Yamagishi's ghost that did
I might have to go to the toilet.
I'm saving after this anyway.
I'll persevere.
Don't piss there.
I'll persevere. Persevere. The P is quite severe.
I heard she hasn't been home in over a week.
Naruto fans will come for me on this one.
Wait, what?
The soundtrack is annoying. Oh, I can't even remember what the soundtrack
I
is.
mean, she's still missing?
No, you like Bleach, do you, Roxas?
Mr. Akota is the homeroom teacher. for
That is a
2E,
popular
right?
one.
Does he
I'm the
know
most basic anime fan in the world, apparently, because I just watch Dragon Ball and One Piece.
Make up for the past.
We've tried others. We watched
We
Attack
watched
on
Demon-
Titan,
Yeah, we
Demon
watched
Slayer.
Demon Slayer for a bit, Attack on Titan.
Anyways, it's all I know. We
That
done
might be
here?
it. That we watched together anyway. You wouldn't watch the animes I watched.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Appreciation.
Yeah, I gave Dragon Ball Z a fair go.
You did.
And One Piece.
You did. You watched
You-
way more
you-
of both of them than I ever thought you would.
You don't watch mine.
To be fair, I've watched Fruits Baskets before, and I remember being bored the first time.
Yeah.
And I watched whatever show you were watching at that time. Once Upon a Time, that's what it was.
you for
Oh, you did watch season 1 with me, yeah.
sharing what you
No,
know.
didn't you watch season 2 as well?
Yeah, and I remember it got weird after a certain season.
Oh,
It got weird when they introduced Elsa and Anna.
Yes.
Just don't come here again.
That series was stupid.
My boyfriend made me watch Demon Slayer. I think it's overhyped. I heard someone make a good point online. People were saying that they think it's purely riding on its animation.
The animation.
The animation's really good.
It is.
But when you really think about it, is the story and the characters, are they that good?
I don't mind this story. And I actually, funnily enough, when I'm watching anime, I'm not a big fan of fight scenes. But I didn't mind the fight scenes in Demon Slayer.
Well, I
They
don't.
didn't last too long. There were clever parts.
I'm
and
not
they were
a big
interesting.
fan of the fact that he talks to himself all the time.
Yeah, that's...
During
that's a
fight
bit annoying.
scenes, it's like, I know it's an anime thing, but it's like,
Like in
he
a
slowly
monologue.
shifted his weight to avoid my attack ever so slightly 3 degrees to the right. Maybe next time when I attack him I should compensate for this and move 3 degrees to the right as I attack, so that when he compensates for my attack and moves 3 degrees to the right, I'll actually hit him this time. Okay, water, vorpal, sword, extreme, slicing, gushing,
Yeah.
tidal wave attack. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
god
that is annoying.
damn. Shut up. Just fight, and then if you stop talking, the fight will be half an episode and not 4 episodes.
No, the only thing that put me off was that blonde dude. I could not stand him. Every single scene he was in. He ruined it. He ruined the entire show.
Yeah, he's certainly dragging it down a bit.
Yeah.
Tanjiro's superpower is sniffing, I guess. I don't mind that. If they go on to explain why, then whatever.
He's really annoying.
Yeah, that's why I like Dragon Ball Z fight scenes, because, okay, yeah, you can complain that they're long, but at least they're not talking about, he dodged my punch, maybe if I do this instead. Oh, he dodged that punch as well. Oh, maybe I should try this kick. Like,
but the thing I liked about the fight scenes in Demon Slayer is that they sort of, the demons that he was fighting had their own gimmick, and the way they were using those gimmicks I found quite clever.
Yeah.
I never found that with Dragon Ball Z. It was just fighting.
Yeah.
They had their gimmicks, but I didn't find their gimmicks.
I think what I
as
like
clever.
about Dragon Ball Z is that at all times it seems like they're just completely doomed and outmatched by the enemy or enemies.
Yeah.
And they have to, a lot of the time, use teamwork to overcome it. And it's like, the first couple of seasons with the Saiyans and Frieza, it's like, well, they're screwed. How are they going to possibly defeat this guy? And then something happens where you're like, hope, no hope. Hope, no hope. But it's like, oh, it's a roller coaster. Are they going to win? Are they going to beat this guy or what? When you're a 12-year-old boy, like, that's what it was.
Anyway, I've saved.
Cool, I will pee.
Yes. Not here.
If anyone gave up on Dragon Ball because they thought Super was dumb, I understand, but watch the newest Super series, The Tournament of Power. I thought it was fantastic. That's my PSA.
Right, we will see you next week. But I think pretty much the same schedule.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy X on Friday.
We
and
might
then
even kill the
Persona
final
on
boss on
Saturday.
Friday on FF10.
And we might get to the next main boss on this.
Just watch Dragon Ball Kai, Luigi. It's like a third of the length and it's the same story.
When I was watching it, we watched Kai.
Yeah.
It's a lot more digestible. Right. We will see you guys soon. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. So long.
You've got the mouth.
Oh, yeah. Bye. See ya.